Welcome out, gamers and gamettes, to this RGLgg Invite Highlander lower bracket finals match between Froggieland.com and Somebody Help, where these two teams will be fighting to get into the grand finals.
Yeah, Alto has a bit of a vacuum cleaner going on in his background, so I'll go ahead and take over the intro for now. But yeah, Froggieland versus Somebody Help seeds, I believe that's a mistype. It's 2 and 3 into the playoffs, fighting for that 2 and 3 playoff spot. So winner going on to face 4,500 in the grand finals. Loser goes out at third place for the season. I'm Zagron, joined by Alto with the vacuum cleaner as usual, and Dolphin behind the camera as always. Alto, how you doing? If you have a moment.
That's been dealt with. Yeah, that's been dealt with. So I want to start off this cast by congratulating not the teams for getting here, but Zag and I for completely predicting the first 4 steps of this big band during the end of the cast 2 weeks ago. As back then, that was when we saw Froggieland losing to somebody, or the 4,500, excuse me, in the upper bracket finals, off of a rough performance on Lakeside and a subpar performance on Steel. Somebody Help coming into this kind of being the one team in these playoffs that no one wants to face on Steel, but despite both of these two teams having played a super close 2-1, that was the one that went past 1 in the morning Eastern, on 3 payloads this time, we end up seeing Steel get through and a Koth coming through off of the fact that Froggieland felt it better to ban Lakeside over Steel.
Yeah, and that's just their thoughts coming into this. Different people would analyze it different ways, but in our minds, the reason why we went for this is because if you look that bad on a map against a team who you can compete with in the regular season on other maps, you probably just don't want to show any weakness on it. At that point, other teams know what you're capable, or rather that you are incapable on that map, and they'll be willing to exploit it. So just getting off the table is the theory for both these teams here tonight. And we'll be starting here on Vigil, so payload as usual starting out, and then going on to Steel with the product tiebreaker if necessary.
Right, yeah. And I want to bring up predictions a little bit earlier than normal because, Zag, I think we've got a very split desk here.
I was thinking about it. Alto thinks. Go ahead and say you think first.
Yep.
We'll do rosters first. Yeah, because that's next in the order of the slides.
On Froggieland, they will be ringing Rebel on Scout, Poseidon on Soldier, TK on Pyro, DC on Demo Man, Ginseng, also formerly known as Nerdaloid on Heavy, Aaron on Engineer, Moose in a Suit on Medic, the Sar on Sniper, and they'll be ringing Fish on Spy. So two ringers.
Yep, and on the side of Somebody Help, it's going to be Emily on Scout, Sunny on Soldier, American on Pyro, May on Demo Man, Caboose on Heavy, Exa on Engineer, Fleeble on Medic, Timeless on Sniper, go Timeless, and Evil ringing in on Spy.
Right, so even before we saw the rosters, I wanted to bring this up because I'm going to go out and I'm going to say this is a 2-0 for Somebody Help. I've rooted against them in the past, chat's gotten on me for that, but these maps, if you're Somebody Help, this pick band could not have gone any better for you as the lower seed. You had Froggieland picking the map that you narrowly beat them on 2 weeks ago off of Blake having some very, very uncharacteristic drops in really key situations. And that's their map pick. That's a map that you would have been fine first picking, most likely. They pick it, and you get your best map in the season. And then even then, going into the final map, you're not even at that much of a disadvantage, I don't think. I mean, Froggieland looked lost on Koth last week. So even with product at the end, in my mind, there is not a map here that goes any worse than neutral for Somebody Help. And I feel like with the ringers coming in as they are, nothing against Micah on or was Micah's was the main on Help, right? Yeah. But Evil is just as good, if not better. And I feel that losing 2 mains on the side of Froggieland's going to hurt them even more.
Yeah, and as for the disagreement that he mentioned, I was of the opinion that Vigil can go either way. Like you said, the Blake drop thing was very flip-floppy, but at the same time, the match was very close anyway. And Vigil's one of the maps that's very snowball based, where if you get off to a good second start, you get some drop or something just go really well your way, you can snowball that into a last push. And if one of those snowballs can collapse all the way and give you a half, I really feel like the map can go either way. I don't favor one of these teams particularly more over the others. And the ringer issue and the roster indifferences that we could talk about in a second, I'd say don't make as big of a deal on Vigil than any other map. Steel, Somebody Help definitely the favorite. I think that's safe to say. I wouldn't agree. And then if this does go to the product tiebreaker, again, I feel like it's way more up in the air than a Steel would be. But I actually agree with Alto on the fact that if you're somebody help, even though you're not known as a COD team, you're not exactly feeling too bad going into product as a final.
Yeah, the way that this map pick ban feels, it feels like somebody help was the upper seed. Having like one map that everyone feels you're guaranteed to win on,
Yeah, that's an upper
and
seed.
then two maps that you go neutral on, that's the most you can ask for as a top seed. But to get that as a lower seed, I wish I'd done a little bit more like insight into Froggieland's regular season, because the team that we saw in the regular season, especially on Swiftwater, granted that map being banned by somebody help, which I think was a phenomenal ban for them. With that being as it is, I'm like retroactively surprised that Froggieland doesn't have any maps I feel like they can reliably win on, because coming into playoffs, I felt they were better than somebody help by a pretty decent margin.
Yeah, I'd say it speaks to the map issues of Froggyland as well, where we've seen them fall off pretty hard in the postseason compared to the regular season. At this point, probably they're not even sure what their map pool looks like, so in order to get these maps across the table, they might feel alright, they might feel like Vigil was their best shot, which is why they picked it. And obviously they had the choice between banning Upward, Product, or Asheville for last. They chose to get the Upward out of there. So the 50-50 was going to be Koth no matter what. So in that regard, they feel like playing Koth anyway, but they didn't feel strong enough to pick it as their map pick. So something tells me they just wanted Vigil. Whether or not that pays off, we'll have to see.
I do want to bring up that Upward ban as well, because that was the map that somebody helped took off of them last time, and they banned it, which is, one, very surprising to me that you're banning the map that you won. It is a second ban, right? It's not the first ban. But I'm wondering if that translates into somebody help feeling that Froggieland is just as lost on every other Koth map as they are on Lakeside, because I can't imagine any other reason why you would ban the map that you took off of them, if not because you're just convinced that they are not going to beat you on Koth, which is an interesting position for somebody help to be in, given their team's long and fairly public love affair with Stopwatch.
Yeah, and we're about to get the game started here in just a second. Last time predictions are on the screen. Alto, I want to real quick ask about what players you think need to step up in this match to give their team the victory, that second place minimum finish.
I'm gonna be looking at the demos, which wow, yeah, Highlander. But I feel like DC and May are both demos that have the potential to really have some pop-off performances, but don't always get that. And then I think I'm going to be looking at the soldiers, especially in the beginning, with Vigil and Steel being such good soldier maps. If either of these soldiers can find those big bombs, get those banners up consistently on defense, as well as just have that really large game impact, I think they can start to flip it towards their team.
Yeah, the explosive classes to be looked at. Personally, I want to see how both Spy Ringers do tonight. Neither main Spy is playing for these teams, so it's going to be interesting to see which ones actually come out ahead. Fish versus Evil. It seems like a battle from, what, season 18 Gold or something? I don't remember.
Fish wasn't in season 18 Gold. Fish is way, way younger, I think, than you're giving him credit for.
Yeah. Salty Fish is my five.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured you were thinking.
50 billion
different person.
Evil, though, is definitely an old name. Some people might not have even seen Evil around too much. He played, what, 2 seasons ago? Main?
He's, yeah, I believe so. Was he not in last season? I know there was an MCM off-class team either this season or last season. Might have been on that. I'm not sure.
I know he, quit in the middle of the season, one of the seasons.
He's been around, though, is the thing. He's at least half the invite seasons, I would say. As the gates are open to Ginseng on the Brass Beast on card. Not sure if this is a dark art or just a... Oh, it's heavy on first, it doesn't matter, but I'm
Can a fully charged headshot kill a Brass Beast like that?
Not if it's 450.
Well, there you go. That's the reason for the tech, I guess, at the start. We'll see if he keeps running down further.
He's not fully buffed, though, is the thing. Timeless, though, gonna find the pick onto Sar, and I guess with the sniper down, they're being a little more aggressive to stay in right here.
Yep, a lot of damage being dealt, though, as Timeless will get the headshot onto Ginseng. DC as well getting gunned down by that minigun, and now looks like somebody helped. They're trying to stay a bit longer. They're not exactly turned off by this. They're going to keep walking forward and get control of the flank. If you are Froggieland, this is very bad. You don't want to waste any time, if possible, on first. But with Aaron getting sniped off the cart, this cart is being at a standstill now for quite a long time.
These are 20, 30 seconds, and ooh, the Spidey gets caught out. Great job by somebody help.
Can't get anything either.
Yep, keeping Timeless alive there is massive for this second, but they just got themselves 30 seconds here that they are going to absolutely love having in, the next round when they are on offense. That is really big. We're going to see a 1:09, which, maybe not 30, 20 seconds maybe.
Yeah, 20 seconds
45
or so.
is pretty like what you kind of in for.
Still, free time is free time, and it's notable that Exa wasn't there at all. He has his gun positioned far back on his favorite rock spot. Very hard to bomb this gun and get a sap on it as well. Enforcer, maybe from the back is what you can do, but this is actually safe from the traditional Enforcer spots, so we'll have to see what the offense decides to do here. Froggieland now about to take their Uber. They're going to lose Ginseng at the start.
Yeah, as it looks like DC goes through.
Yeah, they're just drawing it.
Gets dropped. Yeah, not the worst. It basically functions as a sack. If you think about what we saw 4500 do on Steel B, right? That, but kind of the Vigil version. Doesn't really find too much, though. I mean, again, not too much committed other than some time. But you do not get a force or a gun out of that, so I'm expecting to see an Uber come out soon.
Yeah, I'm a fan of trying. It's the first round. Feel out your opponent, see if you'll get away with anything for free. Cart did get pretty far out of that tunnel entrance, so now with all their players back up, they're going to look to take this Uber trade. Looks like they're grouping up outside a tunnel for now. They're not walking on the hill, so I'm thinking that DC wants to go through tunnel with this Uber. He's going to walk out the main tunnel with it. They're with a heavy as well.
Oh, but the heavy peeking out gets Fish killed before
this
he
is
can
still a
sap
sack.
the gun. Yeah, still a sack. Dolphins coming in. Fish wasn't disguised as he ran up to the gun, actually, and unable to get the sap off because of that. So that gun gets sapped. Maybe they get something off of that sack, but that's 2 sack waves spread decently far apart. Still no Ubers exchange, and if you're somebody help, you're like, all right, bring it on. Go for the third attempt.
Yeah, this is pretty unorthodox because normally you want to trade your Uber as fast as you can because when you're the offense... Oh no! Snipe Timeless finds the angle and gets the drop onto Moose from the tunnel. They never saw that one coming, and now the defense sitting here, full Uber advantage. They got a sack for a 3rd consecutive time, but a banner's out just in time.
The gun will get sapped this time. First time,
What a
third
reflect.
time's the charm, but great reflect out of American to take out the side, and they will find Timeless, but that and the gun are the only frags they're able to find. Fleeble still has not used, and we have to be pushing 3 minutes here.
This is why holding your Uber for so long is so bad on offense. The longer you wait to trade, the more chances you get for something to go catastrophically wrong. If you think you can get something on your sack, the first sack should do it. If your first sack can't actually get the job done, your sacks probably aren't going to work anyway. So they just lose so much time.
DC just snipes him with 2 in a row out from tunnel. Will go down, and finding the NG is huge. Their gun's stuck at level 2. Exa on a massive respawn. That was a 23-second wave, I think. So they have plenty of time to kill the gun. Not any damage on it yet, though.
Yeah, Spy got killed on going for the sap, so Fish not able to get that one for a second time, as now Uber's being built up from Moose. 80%, Evil calling out all their locations, sitting in the backline. We'll see if they can get anything, but Timeless, another SBS win onto SAR, keeping up the pressure for his team.
Yeah, SAR at 0 points, and it hasn't been that long, and it's hard to snipe on Vigil offense, but no points at all. Super early used. Oh my, early coming out of tunnel. Moose popped that when he was still in first, and that is just going to fade so quickly. They're going to get chased back. Dropping down into tunnel is Caboose. And Red had Uber for 260
Fish
seconds
is coming in for the sap
using it.
now. Gets the sap. Poseidon tries to go up top, but he can't get anything done. Gun will go down as DC's walking out of tunnel. I like this push from Froggieland at this point. They're so far down, they just want to try to get some cart time. And it is working. The cart is getting very far out there. Moose is also still alive, so a bit of free time, and they do get the banner force out, so decent repush, but it's still not what they needed. Froggieland need a bit more to break the stalemate, and at this point, their time is stretching way too long.
That was Fleeble had for 4 minutes before using there, which gives us a good time where we're at. And not only did she pop significantly after Moose did, she's built 10% ahead. That is absolutely insane medic play. Just to be able to hold that Uber for that long and then rebuild it that quickly. On defense, more or less, when you're taking less damage than on offense, really big props to people that are just holding on to the Uber for that long, not dropping it, and, being one of the, centerpieces of this defense here. As Timeless looking up on hill, trying to snipe into the side house. They use super early again.
Yeah, there's no sniper even pressuring them quite there, but they're going to pop on the hill and trade anyway. Pyro's doing a good job denying this as TK does air blast May backwards. No one going down quite yet, but SAR and DC will die on the back end. Now kills flooding in for the side of somebody help. They are lose Fleeble though. Froggieland get the kill on the backside. It's just Ginseng here on the cart all alone. If he can get this Domet off, he could cap this up. Now X is sacking on it. They're going to collapse on that cart. They get Fleeble, but they can't get the capture.
They do. However, Evil on the other side did take out Moose, so it's not going to be that large of an ad. People looking to spawn at 15%.
Where's Timeless even to get that snipe?
Timeless. Yeah, is he on card?
Yeah, he's in tracks and tunnel, just sniping decent entry. They're sacking for this with their spawners, which on offense you have faster spawns, so it's good in theory. Now solar bombing up top gets reflected all the way back down. Not able to cap. Evil in the backline, stab down SAR. Moose does escape for now, but with the players at disadvantage, Froggieland sack strat gonna have to stall.
Somebody help looking so incredibly clean here. The banner comes out. Fleeble spawned at 15% dis-ad. It is already even.
Yeah, so much better building come out here from Fleeble and somebody help. Whether or not that's, only Fleeble's doing, it's also, players coming to her with crit heals. There's a lot more building you can do, but still great micromanagement of the heals from the medic and the entirety of somebody help. In the meantime, now, both meds up on 90%. Will the 5th time be the charm for Froggieland? This is already, 6.5 minutes?
Sar dead already, yeah. As this starts out, it's going to be a sentry gun going down, not a kill, but the past 2 Ubers from Froggieland, look how early these are! 3 seconds and it's already gone!
They do get Timeless off the bat, though, so no Sniper going to be doing anything in the post. And now TK gets that last flash to airblast people back. They have control of the crest of the hill, but Evil over the back and a Reflect Rocket going to take down Poseidon. Rebel dies to the Sentry Gun as Sunny getting stabbed on the back end. The level 2 Sentry Gun does a lot of work and stays alive, so with that, defense is going to keep holding strong. DC Sticky not going to take it out. Exit wrangles on it. Emily in the backline, there's a spy on them. May will go down to a Sniper, and now looks like somebody helped. They want to get out of dodge. They kept all the important players alive. They got Exa, they got Fleeble. They do lose Exa at the very end there, but oh no, they lost Caboose. Exa's still alive, so good back out there. But that's the 7-13 through 2.
Still alive and with glow stick hits from that level 2 on track. Super aggressive bomb. Decided coming up in the sky, trying to get in. Loses track of Fleeble, maybe. I don't know what he was going for, but
they got Timeless in the end.
Crits from Exa coming out. Big damage, gonna help take out Ginseng. I thought a crit got popped. I got super confused. As Fish coming in, not gonna find anything. Pick classes right now, combined on Froggieland, have 6 points. Timeless has 20.
Yeah, they're not having a chance to do anything. And I want to point out the kill streaks right now. Exa on 5, Emily on 12 kill streak for this defensive scout.
Me?
If your defensive scout can have a 12 kill streak, it means that she just gets to clean up whatever she wants. So now we're going to see them build back up. Both medics do have Uber. Froggieland going to go through right side here as is standard, see if they can find a snipe, but they do pressure the flank outside.
Oh, there goes Ginseng. Gonna trade out with Caboose in the aggro spot. Uber used in, it's just on TK though. Wow. That Uber maybe works if you have the cart up the hill, but it's not even at the bend yet. Yeah, he's gonna find 3 in the post, and Froggieland, what was that?
Yeah, you want to get the cart up. At this point, yeah, you want to trade as much as you can. I criticize them on second for not trading, but you have to have the cart in a position that you can actually capitalize on afterwards. So they get the trade, they don't keep their medic alive, and all of a sudden now they're giving up all of this space. So Froggieland not looking sharp at all, to say the least, through 3.
Yeah, that Pyro solo would have been beautiful if they were on defense, but they're on offense and the forward hold. This is the Yee forward hold coming out on 3rd. Fleeble is holding outside of the window room.
Oh, DC wants to do a sticky trap.
Brackets. Yeah, no DC means they're going to be able to maintain this as May starts to move into
the house.
They're pushing
forward. No demo to deny them. The corners are now property of May. Emily goes on 14. One more kill and it'll be the glowing eyes from the professional kill streak. You don't see that in pro games very often, but we are going to see now Reset coming out. Moves on 65%. Fleeble sitting strong with 100. And they're actually walking into this room. Stickies get popped on the Fist Heavy, but the Fist Heavy trying to get out. They're going to use onto them.
Yeah, great shot by TK to stop this back. Will make it out, too, for now. And there goes Caboose going down. Aaron takes him out. Goes down to the level 3 forward, but gets that heavy dead. Keeps his team from getting chased. That will throw Ad back into Moose's favor for the first time in about 8.5 minutes.
Yeah, and they're going to go on to cart with it. When you have full Ad and pushing through tracks is a viable option. TK trying to airblast, and a big pick onto May from Star is going to open things up. It's a Pyro Uber up the hill. No one's going to be there. They're just going to back out. Somebody help content with their time. They say, we don't lose any more people. We don't have Uber, we don't have May. Let's back up. And time's going to shut down as well.
9.5, 9:49.
Yeah, we're getting an over 10-minute time.
Later than I thought it would be.
Yeah, but they're getting really aggressive in main. If they could find a pick here from a sniper, it would be good. And a pick onto Exa they will get. So Sar posting up here, trying to do some more damage as now control being held by Froggieland. They need to get a bit further, otherwise they'll have to back up and just get the cart up. It is ×3 right now, so this is actually optimal play, but DC getting sniped by Timeless's respawn will shut it down.
Look at this though, somebody help combos taking full control over flank. They're pushing out. Fleeble has, this is such, I love this move here. They're actually not going to use, they are going to back off as they probably see the Sar holding on the top of the offense cliff flank. But just that, rotation spooks them so much because they know they can get used on, that it forces them right back into the standard hold. And, even with that forward pressure, they really don't get anything out of it.
Yeah, it's the theory of pressure in video games in general. If you take space that the enemy wants, they don't have to waste time retaking the space. So that time gets wasted now. Full Uber had by Froggieland. They're walking in right side here. Early pop once again. Not even used by Fleeble. No damage done. They are going to get a pick onto Exa, followed by Caboose. But DC gets dropped in the middle of that Uber. And with no demo man left, no more damage can be done. They're getting herded back into main. Scout gets killed on the drop down, as does Sar. And that's a stronghold for the defense here. They lose their gun, but they have all the key players alive otherwise. Sack in. Spy gets the kill to Sunny and Poseidon. He almost gets kills, but they can't quite get it.
Emily finds May in the backline, though. They are getting some decent cart time. Timeless going for shots on cart, but there's a
Pyro's
1v3.
here.
Finds Ginseng. He gets the heavy, the highest value. Aaron gonna burn out. Cart is up the hill. TK coming onto it. Gonna get snanked out.
Caboose
Timeless still alive.
No, he can't get the arrows. Soldier jumps on cart, but does
He
big
finds
for
Poseidon
Timeless.
too. Shoots him out of the air. Timeless being left alive. Such a mistake. Sar goes down 2. Make that 6-7. Onto DC, Timeless mode activated. Go Timeless for 20% off merch. Coming up big with the code. And what an Alamo from Timeless right there.
As if an 11.5-minute time wasn't enough, we just want to keep this one going for longer. Cart almost rolling down the hill. If it does, that's going to be a tragedy for Froggieland, as if the half wasn't tragedy enough already. Brass Beast on it. Fish will give up his life to stop from rolling. That is a good play. So now 70% for Moose, 100 for Fleeble, once again building better.
I'm like, they're like, oh, Timeless, he can't kill all 7 of us, and then he proceeds to do exactly that. Cart, 10 seconds or so left, 9, ticking down into the single digits here. No one's really that close to it.
Fish is going to keep stacking over and over. This is the right play.
He gets it. Yep.
It's going to look like trash on his KDA sheet, but it's the right play. Meanwhile, Uber Exchange is going off in the right side. TK gets dropped in the middle of that. No pyro for the post. Means the spam war is going to be won here by May. Does get an arrow to help him. And meanwhile, the Brass Beast Heavy standing tall on the cart, trying to get an arrow as well. And that Uber just did nothing once again for Froggieland. Cart, it's not going to roll back because Fish is going to give his life for it. No one's on it right now. There's a Caboose with a shotgun, though.
With the panic attack! He's on Brass Beast panic attack in
If that's not a based
finals.
heavy loadout, I don't know what is. Oh, he's gonna die though. Arrow him, please!
Arrow,
No!
no!
Okay, now it has to be the Pyro to do the job here, which the Pyro can get hit scan off the cart much easier, so we'll see if Froggieland can get anything done here, but this time is so bad. Fleeble's dead! Sar found the opening. Go, open the gates!
And the fucking tip, Sar over in Big Door finds that Fish on cart, and American just jumps right off it! They're gonna have, it's gonna get super close right there. They find more frags, but Moose staying alive though. The important thing on 80% Fleeble just spawning. She's not gonna build past this disadvantage here. As Moose is gonna get a free Uber into last here. They need to make sure they get this because, I mean, if they don't, they don't even get last.
I mean, we'll say tragedies happen, but this is 20 seconds left to getting hard held. Full Uber's had. They do catch the spy out early, and Caboose is dead. No Brass Beast Heavy. That's a lot less HP on that cart to get off it. Now DC taking the Uber. Sentry Gun is a must. TK air blasts him off. If he could get unflashed, he could cap this by himself. American does a good job stalling, and he gets TK into the backline. American stays alive so long. Scout now going on it, but sticky bombs from May. Keep players off
Emily from the back, though.
Emily's trying. 1 shot, 2 shot. Poseidon goes down, blows himself up. TK can't get the kill. Moose gets meleeed, and they don't cap. They got hard held. Somebody help holding last on Froggieland for the first round of the match.
Absolutely insane denial by American there. If that cart gets another couple pixels up, maybe it gets closer, but he managed to take that Uber, like 1v2 combat classes. Not only did he not die throughout the entirety of the Uber, he catapulted TK into his own team and blocked cart the entire time.
It actually can't be overstated how good of a play that was from American. His team is full Uber dissad, right? His heavy got sniped off the cart. It is just him to deny. He stood in the face of an Ubered Pyro demo man and just won the air blast war while staying alive, juking around cart, dodging stickies, dodging bullets, and then blasted TK into his team. That is the only reason that they hard held that.
There's so many great plays from somebody help. I mean, Fleeble did get sniped at the end there, but her building and just, that was her only death, I think, in a...
I think it was,
that's 14 minutes probably, if not 15. Which is an insane amount. 14:48 was the full round timer we got from Dolphins. So take out 110 on setup. That's 13 and a half or so.
Yeah, 13 and a half
death,
minutes,
phenomenal,
1 death.
Phenomenal building. And the heads-up plays that somebody help had, you know, knowing exactly when to rotate their combo into flank, push out, you know, into big door, threaten that flank. Really, really good plays by them. This, unless somebody help, or, you know, Froggieland, I think this half is most likely lost. but they can still try to gain some momentum back here. Get, you know, you give this up in 5 minutes, you're just forfeiting the map, and then you're going out to steal. So that somebody help already beat you on 2-0 in the regular season, and you lost 2-0 to 4,500 last week. So
yeah, we do have
they
two
gotta
halves,
get some
though.
momentum back.
We have 2 halves payload, though, don't we? So we're going to be going to another one after this anyway, I believe.
We will, but my point though is that if this is like a, you know, if somebody help caps third in like 3 minutes here, I'd say that second half.
It's already a go next in your mind.
Yeah.
I mean, after you got hard held on last, it's looking not too good for your own map pick. By the way, this is Froggieland's map pick, so getting shown up quite heavily. We'll see if they can get some momentum back and hopefully get into the next round stronger. Do see Timeless looking for a cheesy angle here. If Sar walks up too far forward, this is uncalled, by the way. No one's peeked it. Wait, what is Super? What is Super?
Fleeble. I mean, that's Moose.
Moose.
I'm so used to Fleeble being the red net after all that time, but
Moose just right-clicked by accident. Like, literally, he fat-fingered his mouse. That's what that was.
Ruh-roh.
Okay, well now... Okay, I don't think anyone saw it, by the way. So if you don't know the enemy team doesn't have Uber, do they really not have Uber?
Well, they're gonna find out very
Yeah, they're
shortly.
gonna find out. Guys, go on Super Exchange. Where's the counter Uber? We have no idea. Gun's taken down. They're backing out into the
deep by
choke.
Sunny. This banner is gonna get popped. The cart is being pushed uphill super quickly right here. All of somebody help. Molly, a great read by American. Continue to show a big Rebel getting in, doing a ton of damage onto Caboose. American gonna take him out before going down, but Fleeble will... She gonna burn?
Live?
Yes.
Oh no.
Probably smarter to go for the
but Timeless got Moose on the back out, and this is a solo cap from A.
Doesn't even matter.
Okay, well maybe don't pop your Uber for no reason, and that goes better. But in the end, that's a cap up for somebody help in what, 2.5 minutes, maybe less.
2 minutes exactly, almost. Guarantee you, somebody helps. Like, why didn't Moose use? What happened? And then Timeless kills him. He's like, well, you never used. How did he not drop? Where's my +2?
Yeah, I mean, that just happens, I guess. You have to move on, and move on to the third point they will. We do see Mei now on right side with this medic already pressuring the flank off of this area. I like this play a lot because you don't actually get anything done from cart. Like, at best, you get the cart to the base of the hill with your combo, but by rotating out here with your Uber ad, which you know you have, because you know you sniped Moose on that back out, they're actually getting some space for their team to move up on. And now Timeless can use that space to try and get the sniper angle.
Yeah, they're going to use in through tracks here. Big bomb coming out of Sunny. Gonna find two. Yeah, Moose does not have Uber here. Gonna go down. That's gonna be it. Oh, man, no, maybe not. Good collapse coming in from Ginseng and Poseidon there. If they hadn't collapsed like that...
Poseidon!
Poseidon, but Emmy in. Gonna find the soldiers. Starting to get the cart up. Fish super low by brackets.
Oh,
gonna find the 2 revolver shots. Here comes Sunny, though.
Air blast! American skyboxes DC! DC's dead. They're gonna keep going. They have a demo now. Mei spamming some sticky bombs behind TK. TK goes down. It's just a sniper standing in the way and a mini sentry that goes down instantly. Evil.
Just gonna walk up slowly and
heavy.
tap.
Yeah, that's it. We're done.
That was about 315, 320 through 3. That if that collapse didn't come in from Ginseng and Poseidon, that would have been a sub 3 minute time through third.
You know how in some other esports with different formats, they have like upper bracket team start with like a map advantage?
That's what this.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
That's a 1-0 start in favor of Somebody Help. This is not their map pick, but it's looking like it. And yeah, that's just a dominant showing. And after that, it's hard to place much faith in Froggieland having any stake in this match. That was just domination.
All right, did you check the logs yet, Zach? Guess Timeless's kills.
I'm looking at it right now on the screen. He has 23 kills. That's so many kills for Timeless. On the other side, Sar only getting 10 off. He just doesn't have a chance in the SVS. If you're playing Alpha Sniper for 14 minutes, obviously you're going to have a worse stat line. It's not even one specific player's fault.
Sar's, top fragging his team. 10 to 14 when you get held that hard isn't even that bad.
That's what I'm saying. It's not even one player's fault.
It's a team diff.
There's just nothing Froggieland can do there. They tried over and over to make their pushes work. It just wasn't happening. They were not going to break Somebody Help there at once, and they just didn't do it. Took them 14.5 minutes. They didn't even get last captured, and yeah, they just fell off. So after that, I'm feeling confident in the Somebody Help 2-0, I will say.
And I don't want to throw this on Moose necessarily, but it's on the Froggieland combo. Their Ubers on offense, that's a yikes. Between the second debacle where they sacked like 3 times without using and then dropped. And then once they did start using, all of their Ubers came out. Moose popped an Uber. They went they Ubered through tracks. Moose popped before he turned the corner into tunnel. Like, he was still in first, and he's using there. Like, that tunnel Uber to me is already a really sketchy Uber that I think only works against a team that isn't prepared for it, which somebody helped clearly was. But when you pop that early, your Uber is halfway done by the time DC gets out of tunnel. How are you going to win that?
Yeah, I feel like if I, talk to DC after this match and ask him like what's happening, he'll probably tell me that they feel checked out at this point. I just feel like the combo is not actually doing anything to give their team a better chance to win, to the point where like I have to question why on offense they'd sack 3 times in a row and like let the sniper walk up and drop their medic, because when you're sacking 3 times in a row, something is like calming in your team that you're trying to not push. And the only reason you try to not push is if you don't think you can win a push. Like, that's all I can think of. There's no reason for you to sack 3 times in a row on offense, on Vigil. There's just no reason.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. You want to cap and not immediately exchange, go for that sack first, perfectly fine, right? Blow 30 seconds, maybe you get a force, maybe you get a gun. Not a problem. But not only did they sack 3 times, it's not like they sacked 1, 2, 3, bada bing, bada boom. Like, went in, sacked, failed, spawned, buffed, sacked again. No, they stalled, threw in that really weird, like, aggro fake Uber sack. It failed, waited 40 seconds, did it again, failed, waited 40 seconds. There wasn't any urgency. And I remember during the Swiftwater match that we casted, I don't think you were there for that though, Zag, but Froggieland had none of these issues. They were so well-oiled. There was never any downtime. The second they had, 93%, Moose is starting to walk forward. They used the second they had, like, really clean Ubers, really clean team play, tons of direction and focus from the team. That is completely absent here.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue 2 ringers doesn't help, but, like, this is just an issue. Like, even with 7 of your mains, a team that can do that should not be looking like this on another payload map. There's just something off with Froggieland, whether or not
payload, scout, and spy, like,
yeah, you can argue spy, but like
your scout on offense is not contributing that much to their Ubers. Like, it's not happening. And I know Spoo does, comm. I wouldn't say he's like a comm spy necessarily, but I don't think Fish is that much of a downgrade, if even one, in comms or gameplay that your entire combo has off. But we saw this from them last week too. Or 2 weeks ago against 4500.
Yeah, I mean, at the time we're just thinking, it's 4500. They're the team who we think would be the first seed. They're the team that we're expected to win the championship. But this is a team that they beat in week 1 of playoffs. No, so like they're just falling off at a rapid rate. That's really what it feels like.
It just must be the Fleeble diff.
Like they're like all the gas in the tank for the season Blake just ran out all of a sudden. Now they're running on fumes.
It was Blake.
4, 3.
They won because
that's a broken.
Fleeble's just built that different.
Yeah, and jokes aside, Fleeble has been playing very well, but at this point, like, I feel like if one player from help disconnect from the server, they'd still be able to win. Like it's that much domination that we're seeing.
Who could disconnect though? Because it's not Emily in the 14 streak. Definitely not American with how much he did. Did Exa?
Maybe.
Exa?
I mean, his gun didn't even get attacked half the Ubers.
Is Exa just the de facto bottom player
that's
here?
also engineer as a class, let's be honest.
By virtue of him not dropping a 20 burger?
Maybe. That's the new criteria for being on the roster. If you don't get, like, 2.0 KDA in this match, you're dropped.
Ooh, big jump out of Sunny. Gonna get some good damage off. Evil saps the gun as well, so that's gonna go down. Aaron will not have this level 3 up for any potential fast sack. May jumping forward, gonna chase Ginseng out on foot.
Look at Caboose running with this stupid panic attack.
Ginseng was caught on the cliff and just surfed off the cliff. Just,
Yeah, that's fine. Oh wait, their spawn times get extended for that? They were at 2, TK and Ginseng. Their spawn times got extended to 11. And it might matter, because May's going in over the top instantly for the sack. They're trying to get some damage. DC does walk into a sightline and die, but that's the only casualty they've had so far. They get the evil, they get the gun, yeah, and they get Aaron.
Aaron actually gets Caboose with the glow stick, but that makes a lot of sense, right? Because your spawn's closer on second, so you're gonna have longer spawn times, but it's like the reverse of don't cap, like stalling a cop cap for your medic to spawn. Force the cap to extend their spawn, so they have less people to defend against the sack. That's a really cool interaction.
Yeah, and it works out well. They get the engineer and his sentry gun's not able to rebuild. Now the Uber trade coming in immediately. Ginseng gets stabbed right off the bat, so no heavy in this post for Froggieland. They do have control of the choke, though. Good air blast coming forward from TK to help get Emily killed. And without a scout, it's really hard to chase the damage. Sunny's gonna have to do a lot from the side tunnel position. He's waddling forward, but he gets air blasted all the way backwards onto the hill. Gets taken a lot of damage. Stays alive for now, but walks into a sticky bomb behind the damage. And now DC gets the pick onto Fleeble. Good spam into the choke point will help them win on the front side. But the cart now being attacked. Caboose and Exa get it very far up. They will end up losing their heavy, but with the cart that far up, you're happy with it.
Yeah, and I mean, this is much more solid coming out of Froggieland. Feels like they, maybe they said don't even bother with the defense, focus up, what are we going to do in the second half here? Because that was a perfectly fine defense. They gave up a lot of card time, right? But it's rolling back in 3 seconds.
Well,
no
not unless Evil has anything to say about it.
Oh, yeah, no, coming in. He will actually get the tap on it. Caboose going to go down, but they find Moose. Sunny finds Moose. American going to go in, gets gibbed on cart. That cart is inches away from being tapped right there.
Yeah, it's just Aaron and a level 3 sentry gun, and he's flanked on all sides. Sunny in behind. Sunny doesn't know he's there. He just walks right by Aaron. Aaron's gonna go out for his flank.
Secret Agent Emily sneaks up under the gun and takes it out with the help.
Yeah, they're one up on defense. That would have happened regardless, but yeah. Well, okay, Aaron sneaked behind Sunny, walked up with him. After his gun died, he revenge critted Sunny in the back. That's actually really funny, but either way, Cart gets capped up in 3 minutes for Somebody Help. That's pretty average so far. Nothing to really write home about. Evil, knife melted, unable to get a kill. Will go down for now as Med's gonna have to build Uber. But Fleeble has another very big advantage due to Moose going down late.
Yeah, story of the game here. It feels like constant Uber advantages almost for Somebody Help. Caboose pushing in through brackets, gonna get juggled though. Great play by Poseidon. It's almost no damage there. So Heavy goes down right away, and they find May as well. 2 big picks from Poseidon. He's gonna go down for it, but that's gonna stall the Uber enough, I believe, for Moose to end up having. As they wait for the combo to come in, Exa.
Revenge crits.
The Ghost Caboose just gonna spawn camp him, I think. Had to have been.
Yep, Uber coming around the corner here onto American and Emily. Gun gets sapped by Evil. Good job there. That one's going to get taken down. And now counter Uber's out for Froggieland. They kept all their players alive except for DC, who got focused down in it and didn't get a flash, but they got everything they needed. They got all the kills to force them out. The only thing that didn't happen is Fleeble dying, but only going to be 10% add. We'll have to track this, see if it gets bigger than 10%, but another solid defense from Froggieland here. If they can keep this up, they might actually get a good time.
I thought Help could do no wrong, and then they copied the Froggieland Uber a Pyro into third with no demo. Maybe they felt really pressured to use that ad, not realizing that Moose was going to have back anyway, but look at Fleeble already built herself up a nearly 20% ad here.
Yeah, it was 10 to start, and it's gone up to 20, so Fleeble just building way better all the time. We'll have to see now. Somebody Help. They're looking to get a bit of dry pressure forward, but they did lose Timeless and Evil very early on. American go down in that back end as well. And Timeless got spawn camp this time for sure. So with him being down now, we're going to see Sar actually get a chance to get some angles here. If he could find an aggressive pick, it'd be very good for his team.
Fish has 20 points right now. I think that's more than he had in the entire first half. So he's been really finding frags and not too, in a very short amount of time. Really good flank defense set up right now from Froggieland. They had
Evil going
Sar
for a pick in a
rock.
second. Evil wants to find this pick onto Sar, but he's not going to be able to get onto him quite yet. Going for the decloak. Does get seen out, just gonna have to revolver down. This is actually the Evil specialist to revolver. He gets taken very low though, so now his team gonna try to help bail him out, and then we're gonna kill to Rebel.
He baits Rebel into the sightline by being over there. Ginseng goes down next. Evil, the puppet master,
on Poseidon's dead as well.
The sightlines. Poseidon's dead. 4 people just vanish from the side of Somebody Help. Uber's come out right now. DC stalls them for a bit, but with that many players,
they're
just gonna
3
have to
up.
get back into spawn.
They lost everybody. Not a single casualty had by Somebody Help there. Evil taking that off angle just caused so many people to look his direction. If you can stay alive there and get work done, your team will end up coming to help you. So with that, now they flawlessly take third, and now they're on to last.
All right, I've seen this twice now. I'm of the opinion that trying to roll into Vigil last through tracks is almost worthless. It doesn't happen. You're far better off, I think, trying to rush flank, get people established in the flank room right there as you're getting cart time instead, because you just can't maintain that hold for that long.
Yeah, I feel like the thought isn't you're trying to maintain a hold, but just to make sure that the defense can't play aggressive on you. It's basically just to make them back up so you get as much free card time as possible. I feel like it was what it's meant to do.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I like the gamble of trying to actually snowball it by getting into the flank area on last and spot camping
Speaking
from there.
of
As we're
flank
going to see
area.
an Uber coming in right from there. May drops down, gonna get some damage up. Finds Aaron in the dispenser. Yeah, gun gonna go down, likely in post.
Someone shoot it.
Only kills right now. It feels like
Somebody shoot the gun. The gun's still alive. It will finally get taken down by Sunny. Kills happening on both sides, but numbers add in favor of Somebody Help on the defense here. Scout jumping over the flank, trying to chase down May, and Rebel will get that kill. Got one onto Caboose as well, so 2 kills for that defensive Scout. Meanwhile, Uber now held by Moose, but losing players rapidly. They're only 5 up. Scout going back to his team. Rebel will regroup, and now they have their spawners. Moose able to hold, but Sar going down means that Timeless is going to be getting some angles.
Oh, that's good that they got that Uber out. I thought TK was going to reflect the sacks from Sunny, but no, one of those rockets, I think, went Bruce, and Bruce didn't want to risk it, which is perfectly fine at this point. You drop there, and things get really bad. Granted, you're still at a 50% disad, so things aren't great, and your heavy just went down, so things are even worse right now, but at least your med's still alive and healing.
Timeless on the classic flank angle does get a Wrangler in his face. We'll have to back up as now Pyro v Pyro happens in the side. American does go down. TK left out to drive, does a good job air blasting. Can't get saved though. Now the scout rush is coming through for Emily here, trying to get whatever damage. They're gonna get back into the spawn gate though. There is a soldier in behind. Poseidon and Timeless both get stabbed as Exa is all alone on the cart, pushing it up the hill. Spawn gates are being held, and that's gonna be the round right there for Somebody Help. 7:43. That's doable, honestly, for Froggieland. That's a bit of an average, if not slightly below average time.
If this was the first half, we'd be like, all right, we got
a match,
super
you know?
close game. Yeah. Like, yeah, this is shaping up to go to 1 a.m. again. But somehow it feels like, you know, it's much less close than it actually is. But as you said, you know, 7:43 is perfectly pushable for Froggieland. It's just they need to. They pulled their defense together, but at the same time,
now we're gonna see the offense. They have to go twice as fast as before, right? Because last time was 14:50. They have to go twice as fast as before, and also cap the point. Yeah.
Yeah, but and granted, pulling your defense together is a little bit easier than an offense, right? You know, you don't have to actually do anything, just shoot the people walking into you. But much more progress made by them right here. So if they can come out, and I'm gonna say if they can get second within 3 minutes, I think we've got a pretty solid game here.
I'm gonna say if they can get to Tunnel and Uber, then they're already, then we gotta get.
Oh no!
Yeah, but jokes aside, it is pushable for Froggieland. We just need to see the improvement come out. They pulled the defense together. This is the hard part.
Dolphin, can we get a camera on X's exit telly on hill leading to Rock on second? I don't think I've ever seen it.
He does that to just teleport his gun instantly onto that rock.
No, yeah, that makes sense. I just don't think I've ever seen the telly put on.
He did it first round, did he? I'm not sure.
Before today, I should say.
Yeah. As the crit sticky traps, the insecurity traps do buff the DPM right here for American. Not that he really needed that help, but he's gonna die. He's in the crater. Yeah, DC getting him on the jump away. So with no Demo Man, things actually kind of get difficult. Remember, we did see somebody help hold this for about 20, 25 extra seconds on the back out. I don't think they can really do that this time, as we are into a pause. In the meantime, Exa has moved his gun out, about to teleport it to his favorite rock. And yeah, without Demo Man, it doesn't look like they're too keen to stick around.
Exa, yeah, is on the telly. We're going to unpause, and he's gone. Vanished.
It's going to be a magic trick. Dolphin should just keep the camera on the exits. Like, when we see Exa, that's when we know that we're starting to back up. But yeah, nothing too extraordinary happened. That death from May is a bit bad, but won't be anything too serious. Just means that they won't get the 20 seconds for free. Wait, we just got word that the reason why the pause is because Moose crashed. That means he's not going to have Uber. That is really sad, actually, for Froggieland.
That's a rut-row, yeah.
Any player but your medic crashing is okay.
Yeah,
that's rough.
That is really rough. If we weren't in the second round, I'd even say maybe you ask for a re-exec here because it's just first. But with the time already going through, I don't think Somebody Help's gonna want to give that time up. But
can't they propose a remake with an implied 7:48 time? I'm not sure.
You could, yeah. I think we've done that I've done that in the past before, but I think that was off of a server crash and not a player crash. I'm just recalling how, they found May early, right? And Emily went down as well. But I don't think Emily died until last. In that first defense, thinking about how we were saying, oh yeah, they milked an extra 20 seconds off of first. They're really going to appreciate that when they're pushing. And 20 seconds is not anywhere near the magnitude of cushion that they had.
Yeah, so now the question for Froggieland, assuming they don't end up re-execing, how do you make this happen without an Uber on first? What we can imagine they'll do is they will
sack 3 times in a row as we unpause.
Sack 3 times in a row, yeah. Unpause. Exa has come to the other side of the teleporter. Look at him go, rebuilding that gun. And Moose, do you see him standing still in spawn? I want to see what exactly happens here. Because he's moving right now. He hasn't crashed yet.
I think he crashes in 90 seconds is the thing, though.
Yeah, he crashed in
have,
90 seconds.
They might have actually gotten the Uber off already.
Well, if they sack, right, then he's still holding the Uber, because the Uber sack at this point is going to take 60 seconds to get all the players up. As TK gets sniped, they actually trade right away. I'm a big fan from Froggieland, so it's not a drop. Okay, things aren't as dire as we thought they'd be, but with this Uber exchange, they force the counter Uber out. They don't get too much else, but I really like the change of pace.
Absolutely, yeah, that's exactly what you want to see, because I think we can probably come to the agreement that Uber is probably more useful on the defense than it is on the offense, honestly. Having that, extra wall of defensiveness as like a last resort, because we've seen teams dry push Vigil second pretty frequently, so getting that out of Fleeble is the first step, I feel, to really actually pushing this point.
Yep, and now they're trying to build their Uber. Moose actually does have about a 7 to 10% advantage varying right now, so it's going to be unfortunate when he crashes in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, with the way Fleeble's been building, I wouldn't be surprised if she catches up, although actually my numbers are frozen. I gotta hook
Yeah, Moose is about 10% ahead right now, and he actually kept it. So we'll see if this happens pre or post Uber, if not right during the Uber. But yeah, right now they want to prepare to go up the hill immediately, and they would pick on Timeless. This is actually so big if it happens, but Moose just crashed.
No!
Right as they jump right for the Uber! Oh no! That is
He's
so
actually
unlucky.
gonna leave, luckily for his KD, but that's...
Right as they're going forward with the
tragic.
Uber, where they sniper pick, their med crashes in the middle of going. That is so unlucky. Oh no.
DC jumped forward expecting to
Yeah,
get
Uber.
flashed, and the Uber
Where's my
never
Uber?
came.
I'm out of the server. Alright, they're going for the sack here because they have to. Their medic's building again. They do get onto X's dispenser, so they take that one down, but no other kills coming for Froggieland. Cart exits tunnel. Alright, it's unfortunate, but we have to move on. For Froggieland, you gotta move on too. They are building this Uber. What can they do to stay in the map?
We're just coming up on 3 minutes here. Spent pushing here as we hit 30 seconds away, and yeah, unfortunate, but Moose coming up on 60. So we've seen them get a little bit more aggressive on hill, right, even during that sack, right? Didn't find anything, but they're putting pressure. They're giving themselves opportunities to find things. This is the Froggieland kind of help to see. Tyler's gonna go down again. They've been consistently able to find him here. Moose on 85. This Uber, they just need to, they need to execute. They get this cap here. They're in perfect, driver's position to win this round.
SAR's on the angle, posting up. Emily does force him back for now, as now Uber had up by Moose. Evil in the back, not going to get there in time. So Uber trade going over the top. Evil decloaking, gets the pick onto the SAR in the meantime, and gets out alive. Meanwhile, on the front end of the Uber, no one has actually died. Now they're going to drop out of the window to get forward, but Ginseng double pipe down by May. Spy has gone down as well. No sap available onto the sentry gun, and a defensive banner coming out from Sunny means they're going to hold strong.
Yeah, good defense coming out from them there. I thought the timeless pick might have mattered a little bit more, but I kind of feel for TK there, because I feel like he air blasted a bunch of players in that Uber on somebody helping and got knocked back like 5-10 feet. American runs up, air blasts once, and they're banished from hill into another zip code. But, Pyro be like
Those
that
air blast
sometimes.
mechanics.
Sneaking in Ginseng, gonna get the gun, coming in with the sap. Big sack with Ginseng so
Ginseng
deep
does so
shutter.
much damage. Yeah, he bought so much space for his team there, and with the control of that
5
shutter,
down.
yeah, they're going to go ahead and cap up second here. 3:40 on the clock. This is still easily doable for Froggieland, especially because Moose didn't have to use. They're on 85% Uber, and they get Timeless again picked off at the wrong time. So now they have so many players. Are they going to try to get forward with this? They will be able to set up a sniper in an advantageous position, but at this point, the entirety of the help defense are up.
Yep, DC playing forward. They have this Uber here. Be a pretty questionable use of how far back the card is.
Ooh, good
It's running
power
right
pick.
up. They are going to go in. Yeah, American going down. That's enough of a reason to go. DC gets knocked back a little bit, but will stay alive. Uber popped out from Fleeble here. DC looking to try to get out.
He's dead.
Will get popped up. No, he gets arrowed. Great arrow by Moose right there. Able to keep him alive. And, they force the Uber out of Fleeble.
Oh.
They gonna lose DC though.
Big greedy.
Aggro on flank is Caboose right there, getting some pressure in. Timeless now taking his spot on flank, and they get forced back to the Rap Assassin of all things.
This
Or
spot
a
from
rope.
Timeless is really threatening if they don't know he's there, but Sar actually did find him, does post him up, so he will have to rotate back to a standard spot. So for Froggieland, this has been a nice change of pace. They have 240, which is enough for 3 separate pushes. You can only mess up once before the game ends. So they're trying to go for it. They do lose Sar and DC. Evil with a big 2K, they're going to stop any drive pressure they were looking to do. No sniper, no demo, you got to reset.
Yeah, that's a really big pick to get there.
And Banner.
Yeah, Banner coming out too there. I'm surprised they're actually using it and not holding it.
Yeah, holding that would have been interesting, because you could have
Moose
used that
is- Moose
as
is
they
at
pushed
90.
up on
Yeah,
you.
you're not
Yeah.
going to be holding it for, 20, 30 seconds at most likely, but they gets forced ahead, so things leaning in favor of Froggieland, but the time is going down. There's only 2 minutes left. They
Early
need to
Uber.
get this Uber here. Yep, using in through tracks right here. TK doing his best to try to stuff them
not
back.
anymore.
He's going to get Skybox, though. Back to his
and
home
Moose is
planet
dead.
he goes. Moose dies in the post, but Frag's coming through right here. Aaron and
They
TK
gotta get the
on
gun.
guard.
It's a level
Medic.
3 sentry. Rebels in the back line. He gets one. He's going on Fleeble. Needs to hit the shot. Doesn't get there in time. He will go down. He had a chance but couldn't land the scattergun shots, and the defense stabilizes for help with a level 3 sentry gun that was untouched. If you are Froggieland there, you need Fish to do something to get on that. If you have to focus on kills in the Uber, the sentry gun just has to go down some way, somehow.
So much easier to cap that. Yeah, the gun doesn't actually stop the cap, but it stops everything beyond it.
Yeah, if you
So
need
when your
kills
car
to keep
pushes with
going,
the
you
most
need the gun
forward-
down.
Yeah, when your car pushes the most forward, you're almost never going to get out of this team of trying. But there comes in Fish,
Both
finds the
spies.
sniper.
Oh no, Evil 2K, he got the sniper and the medic with the revolver. That's Evil Help
Yeah,
doing so
that
much
might be
work.
it.
Yeah, and that's gonna be it. There's a minute left on the clock. No Uber coming through. They're getting mulched. They do get the cap up at least. It's still technically possible.
Theoretically,
You have one
but,
Uber.
Oh, X has already got the gun up. Everyone's in. Fleeble has full Uber. You need Poseidon
Perfect.
to get a random crit on a bomb here. Is
A random crit on a bomb. He's trying, going deep, denied instantly.
that's
Tries
not
to
a chance.
re-jump. They're getting floated. DC will stay alive for now. It's still not technically over. Spy caught out. That's not what you want to see. Fish not able to actually find a pick there. They want a force so bad, but they're not going to be able to get it. 40% they'll have just as the time is about to expire, but the cart has to keep moving.
Yeah, and they're going to be forced off it with it getting up to, you know, that kind of those pipes in the floor. They're going to land the Rap Assassin onto X, so that forces him back a
Yeah,
bit.
gun's dead.
They're going to get the gun. That's a good start. 20 seconds left. Weeble uses
Uber.
here over on flank side.
TK
to
denies
help
it all.
stuff that out, yeah. But they are going to find
Oh, but
three,
Spy's in the back
4
line.
for 1, and oh, there goes Moose. Moose going to find him. That might be it. The flank coming in from Big Door.
They have
Caboose
players,
shredding
but-
cart. Not
yeah.
anymore, they don't.
Caboose, make sure they
snaps his
don't.
Fingers, make sure
Yep.
that's over. And PL Vigil, Froggieland's map pick, gonna go over to somebody help 2-0.
If you're Froggieland, you wish that first round never happened. You could have been in this map. You could have been in it if that didn't happen. And also if your medic didn't crash on second, right?
Yeah,
If we-
honestly.
If we look at this, right, from an objective angle, first round didn't happen, second round Moose doesn't crash. That is neck and neck. You actually can't say for certain which team wins off of seeing that. But there's something to be said about coming into a match and being ready to go right away. If you always take time to warm up to be at a competitive level, you're always going to be starting at a disadvantage. And for Froggieland, it feels like that's the form they've been in for most of playoffs.
You also want to be ready to go on your map. You know, that, Oh, big shout out to RGL Dolphin for correctly guessing the score. That man's amazing.
Who could have thought? No one else did, though. Only Dolphin. A bit of a shame. I thought that one was pretty easy, not gonna lie.
I am surprised that was a 2-0.
Yeah, I thought that could go either way.
I figured that second half was how all of the halves were going to go, because that's exactly what happened 2 weeks ago. But
Yeah, but we're going to go into a quick break. So with that 1-0 lead for Somebody Help, we're going to be moving on to Steel to see if they can close out the lower bracket finals. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
welcome back, gamers and gamettes, to this RGL. Yeah, you didn't hear anything. This RGL.gg Invite Highlander lower bracket grand finals, where Somebody Help, the number 3 seed, just finished taking a 2-0 victory on PL Vigil, Froggieland's map. We now move in to the one, the only, the irreplaceable CP Steel, Somebody Help's map pick, and the map that, if rumors are to be believed, they are the team to beat on in Invite this season. And Froggieland, or Somebody Help, now have their destiny in their own hands, looking to get second, or confirm second place, and move into the grand finals for the first time.
Yeah, and it's going to be an interesting map. Like, from what we just saw in Vigil, right? If you took only the second round in context and the fact that their medic had an unfortunate circumstance that cost them essentially like an Uber, that seemed pretty close. If you look at the first round, you'd wonder like how we ever would say something like that, right? So at this point on Steel, which is, again, Somebody Helps map, Froggieland, they got to come out, they got to put forward their best. They got to take the momentum that they started building at the end of Vigil and move on here. And it looks like because they get to choose side, they want to start on the offense, which I like, actually.
Yeah? Wait, who gets to pick? Somebody Help gets to pick, right? They're starting on defense.
They get to pick their own map.
I'm pretty sure RGL actually gives map pick over to whoever's map it is. Or it might just be upper seed gets every pick. I know UGC used to do like the you get map pick on the other team's map, which I was a fan of.
Yeah, that's standard normally works.
But I don't believe RGL does that. It's either the upper seed gets all picks or you get picks on your own map. Which,
either way, I'm a fan for Froggieland to start on offense here. I feel like with the momentum they've been building, if you assume that they don't have that medic drop, they're probably feeling a bit more confident on the push. And setting the pace on Steel is very interesting because you can choose which way, you can essentially choose which way you want the opponents to push on defense. If you're keen to set an average A through B, C, D, E time, you can. If you want to go A, B, C, then wishbone into E, you can do that. If you want to pull out some crazy stuff in playoff Steel, which has happened before, you can A, B, E. So I feel like if they want to win this match, they need to come out here and they have to show us that they deserve it.
Yeah, and what you were saying is just, it's true, but it's so hard to feel like that's going to happen when we're talking about Froggieland the way we'd talk about a lower seed having a close half on the upper seed's map pick before losing 2-0. But it's going from bad to worse for Froggieland. And they looked 2 weeks ago, they looked better on Steel than they did on Lakeside, but that's really not saying much because I don't think they looked that good on Steel. Which means that their Lakeside ban was, the right move. But it's... I'm trying to think about what happens if they actually win this, and in my mind, that's one of the bigger upsets in RGL.
Yeah, and as the predictions would indicate, a lot of people favoring Somebody Help on this map for good reason. They are known as the best Steel team. They're all known as a team that has loved to play Steel since the Penguins renditions back in ye olden times. So definitely favored on the map. We're favoring them here too on the map. If I were to give predictions for this map, I'd probably say 2-0 for Somebody Help as well. Although, because of what we saw at the end of Vigil, I wouldn't say there's zero hope for Froggieland, but they just have to show something they haven't showed yet.
They're going to have to show something they really haven't showed since the first week of playoffs, really. And even then in that first week of playoffs, they didn't look like the team that we saw in the regular season. That we saw on Swiftwater absolutely surgically dismantle the Fog. And I feel like from that, I think Swiftwater is their best map. I feel like we can safely say after having watched them play on it and watched Somebody Help ban it. But it's just, it's so hard for me to see it. I as much as I don't want the map to go to 1 a.m., I want the match to go long, but I'm trying to think about how starkly different Froggieland's going to have to play. Their combo play has been so disjointed, and I feel like Steel is not the map you fix that on.
Yeah, we can also say that you can look towards players not necessarily in the main combo to start having more of an impact. We did see Fish starting to heat up towards the end of Vigil. We can point out that he had more points than anyone in the server when they pushed through second. So there's definitely players on Froggieland that we're looking at to make an impact. I also want to see Poseidon start to do a bit more. He was kind of getting destroyed by American permanently on Vigil. That's a storyline we kind of followed. Every time he was in, he was getting reflected, skyboxed, whatever. on this map, we don't actually see Soldier interact with Pyro nearly as much, because Pyro normally stays with the combo, and Soldier goes flank. So in that regard, maybe Poseidon's going to have a bit of an easier time this time around.
Yeah, and I feel like he's, again, that player that I'm really looking to maybe start to turn the tides in favor of Froggieland here. If he can really lock down flank control and give the Froggieland combo some space, physically and like metaphorically speaking, then I think they can maybe start to try to pull it together. But if their flank's getting overrun, like, you know, if your team's combo is your strength, right? You can have them get pressured in from flank and lift, you know, the flank up. But it's going to have to be the flank and the pit classes lifting up the combo here, at least in the beginning until the momentum starts going.
Yep, and with that, timer counting down, we're going to get started here on Steel. Second map, 1-0 in favor of Somebody Help currently. We'll see if they can close it out, or if Froggieland can extend us potentially into the next day, like their last matchup did. Somebody Help on defense, Froggieland on offense.
I'm going to, for transparency's sake, I printed a 2-0 for help in the chat. So that's what I'm thinking. Insecurity stickies going down. I don't even think there's any in the shutter. No. They just shot him wherever.
Yeah, I see 2 above each gateway, kind of leading out, and I see 1 above each gateway leading up the stairs, which is interesting. Basically, he's saying, I don't want 1, I want to hit, like, whoever can get through.
It'd be pretty hot on the Scottish Resistance. Just chain dead crit stickies as they go up the stairs.
I feel like someone has compiled, like, a time of every time we've seen Scottish Resistance and Invite, and it wouldn't be very long of a list.
I don't think there is a list. Like, I think I can compile that right now. Because there's no entries on it.
0.
The last time I saw Scottish Resistance was in a main scrim. X-Tine was using it on Vigil defense. And I don't think he broke 300.
Okay, something strange is happening here. They're rolling out 4 players with TK on the Phlogistinator onto A. I didn't see the sentry gun defending B shutter like it normally does for Aaron. He has it towards A, and because he put a teleporter out, he might take that one A side. It looks like he is. They're going to push a lot of people into lobby here from what it looks like.
Yeah, and I think they're taking advantage of the fact that they're on offense first. Maybe they didn't pick it, but they're going to use that to try to, you know, come out swinging set of fast time, but Timeless waiting for it. The sniper's on E!
Yeah, Timeless on E. They're not going to be able to call that because there's no way you'd ever actually know if you're Froggieland. The spy can't really call it from you because you can't get through there. And it looks like DC's going to bleed immediately. They tried to sack through to get some people pressured forward. Rebel did the bonk into upper, but with DC going down, he just has to back out. Not working out as they wanted to. And Evil dies again. That's 2 times he's died on spawn, so no impact and no calls being had for Somebody Help from their spy. But we'll have to see how this first exchange ends up going.
Tried to get Aaron's gun that he's looking to try to
move into
to
lobby. Upper, it looks like. At least buffing players to walk into upper. No, they're going main.
Yeah, the Uber comes out main as Aaron's gun is being built up on E. Poseidon in front of the spawn
DC got dropped in the Uber that time. That's unfortunate. So, on B, the play's dead. On E right now, we have a level 3 gun in the shutter and Rebel 2x capping it. Now we see Aaron walking up. Aaron has the gun right on the shutter.
Wrangled rocket flick shot Evil walking out of spawn while invisible. They're starting to cap this up.
Yeah, and Devilman's gonna have to rotate over. Yep. They get a lot of people onto Wishbone. Can the offense do anything? And they do. They find the stab onto Exa, and DC gets the free gun kill. With only a soldier left in upper, Sunny's gonna have to do a lot of work in the backline as repush comes in. A lot of damage being dealt, but Sunny gets dealt with on the flank. Spy in over on May, will get taken down. A lot of damage being dealt on both sides. The repush from Froggieland is out. Emily gonna trade out for Ginseng. That's honestly
flag coming in.
May sniped. TK's in. No shot hit. Timeless gets run down by the crits. They're trying to keep going, but there's a stun behind, and the crits is gonna get Feeble, and American TK's Phlogistinator long con pays off, and they're gonna get the cap onto B.
That's not. I don't know if that was the plan.
Caboose is flanking Moose. Caboose is flanking Moose. DC sees it. They're trying to get him killed, and he wins. He stays alive.
If Froggieland drew up that play, then my hat's off to them.
Yeah, I mean,
but even if they didn't,
rotation.
if they adapted to it, hats off to them regardless, because that's a perfect example of how you cap E as a distraction to get B, and they are on C the second it caps, not even an attempt at a defense from Somebody Help. It really looks like Froggieland did their homework here. And there is Poseidon, or Rebel trying to get some kills in lobby, not going to find them. Where is Combo? They're going
deaf. Now. I want to point out, so Rebel went to E there instead of C with his team. Because if you put pressure on E, no one's going to contest C at all, and they got it for free. Now through death for free, once again, they're Ubering, they have players on D. There's a pyro in behind, but they have control of this entire room. Who's in the shutter that can flank? Who's in the lobby who can be the main force? A lot of pressure now coming forward, and Ginseng will get sniped on. Sar trades onto X, and Fleeble goes down! Poseidon with a big rocket to take her down. Uber being popped out now by Moose. Perfect timing there to save the 2 remaining combo players. Sunny is dead. DC can't cap quite yet. They will unflash and get decapped up. Now with Sunny dead, TK's phlogistonatoring in spawn. Chases the heavy up top. Caboose is fried. A dispenser going down May as well. And with that, D is about to be capped up by DC and his medic. There's a scout though contesting Emily. They will get D though. And now he saw onto Emily. They have E. Everyone's dead.
Spawn's coming up. Oh, are they going D side? Are they going C side? Fleeble going C. Not what you like to see. The lower, lose cannon and lower is the way that you salvage this, but I spent so much time putting Froggieland down here, and they have come out to prove me wrong in the hardest way possible. They're going to get Poseidon out of heaven, but Fish finds Exa and Timeless. Sar's going to answer onto Evil. Pyro gets in on point. Aaron's going to burn out. No, they used the same Aaron.
How did they do the saw
coming in, but May clears so many off the point. But it might not be enough.
Loose cannon?
But it's just the... It's not enough. No, here comes in May. Can he get the
air blast? There's no air blast.
Rebel still kill him. Rebel stalls. Fleeble not enough. 420.
420 blazing time.
Blazing time from Froggieland in one of the most chaotic steel halves I've ever witnessed.
That was textbook. That really was textbook. We saw the pressure coming forward on E. When you get that much time, defense has to rotate players over. Once they did that, decloak onto Exa, shoot his gun, take him down. They got Sunny out of upper. They just repushed in with the Phlogistonator of all things. TK chases down 3 in Wishbone, and they get B, and it doesn't stop from there. Rebel pressuring lobby with his flank as C is free. D push comes out. They pressure again. They can't get out of that tiny shutter leading to lobby. They cap up with 2. That was just flawless play in around the world. Being 420 is incredibly fast.
We've talked so much about how well Fleeble's been playing so far. Her getting caught in the cave, in like the D cave, this was the nail in the coffin for that. She was at like 80%. The thing is that, yeah, if you lose D, it's bad, but they have the lobby hold set up. They're about to have even Ubers.
Yeah, at that point, you have to cut your losses and just make sure that you can make a repush happen. Like, a couple extra seconds from being aggressive isn't going to help you. You just need to make sure you can't continue this getting snowballed on. So, with that, only 420 hold required here for Froggieland to throw everything out of balance and take the first round on Steel here. We'll see if they can do it. Start off with a kill onto Caboose with a sticky trap. I want to see what's the plan here on A this time. Normal player's out. I don't see where the gun is. Looks like it's just normal defending. It's gonna get moved by Exa. Similar setups.
Sar, no sniper, so you can potentially get aggro on B right now. I mean, 420 is great, but you do have to defend it. This is a team that's known for steal. They can potentially cap this. You know, the half is not over yet.
Timeless taking a lot of damage, does get some reflect help from American, and High Ground, we'll have to see what they're planning to dislodge. Might have that scout coming through with the bonk, as is normally done. Looks like they just want to send a buffed heavy. Meanwhile, Uber coming through lower in just a second here. There's players behind on E, but right now Emily will get sniped in the middle of the Uber. Gun getting sapped by Evil. Does a good job to take that one down. Now the rest of the players end up backing through main as TK has stalled them for long enough. Uber only gets the gun, but they can maybe repush off that. In the meantime, Evil Sapper gets taken off by Aaron.
They're going to find Timeless, too. No sniper means they can get a lot more aggressive in this doorway. The Sar especially trying to get shots off. Misses onto Fleeble, but walking out is American and May. They're both going to go down. They find Rebel on the flank. Ginseng goes
Evil
down
going for a sniper
upper.
pick. Oh, good turnaround there. Not gonna get that one. And now Gun's back up to level 2. They still have upper. Sunny in behind. Gets reflected once and floated by the gun. Emily trying as well. Gonna get taken down. The flank effort amount to nothing as X's teleporter gets sapped by Fish. Right now, nothing had for somebody help.
Affected the Sentry Rockets into the dispenser and got some damage out. Good job by American there. Really clean
they
play.
played DC there.
Side and gonna go down. And this may be the opening. Somebody help. It's the one they absolutely need right here. TK and Moose gonna be forced back into spawn. I think they're just going to have to look and
Fish is on Fleeble, knife melted, can't get the kill.
Losing Fleeble there, losing the super would be disastrous for somebody help. But they're going to cap 2.5 minutes left. You know, we saw what Froggieland did. It's theoretically possible, but they're going to need to try to get some form of advantage. Moose back up on C right now. You need to start seeing some E pressure.
C. They're trying Evil close on DC. DC gets flashed. Meanwhile, Uber trade going on. TK in the backline. Air blasts and disrupts the entire thing. Gets a flash as well. They got to get Moose back up onto high ground, and DC gets stabbed in post. Evil doubles up onto the Sar. They're bleeding players now. TK goes down. Moose goes down. Evil gets everything his team needs there. They knew that Spy was there, but they just don't pay attention to him. And now Fleeble up on Uber Ad. It's going to be pretty big as well, because 10-second spawners for all of Froggieland. There's 2 points left, a minute 50. The difference maker could be this Heaven setup. It's a level 3 with a soldier.
Yep, Evil coming around through DE. If he's able to get this sap up...
Jesus, he got stunned immediately.
He's been sniffed out, but he's going to need to have something happen here. Bomb tries to come out. Going to knock them back into the pit.
Oh, that's Poseidon. No one's defending.
Poseidon, yeah. Emmy going to maybe live. Missing
no,
the jump.
Emily, that's
into the
big
pit.
actually. Scout can't 2x
no
cap
scout
it.
means no 2x. Yeah, they are going to find Sar, but
Kill's
going over all the way in lobby. Here comes in the combo right here. Moose only at 30.
They gotta get out. They're sandwiched. May left out to dry alone. Will kill Ginseng and keep his life actually. Great.
No, they almost have to have Uber. They can probably try to use in here. They have to watch out for getting airbusted to the pit though. Uber comes out onto May into lobby. Emily there as
TK's
well.
dead.
TK's dead. Scout chasing out. Gonna try to get the kill onto Moose.
Oh, no.
Back. Moose goes down. DC goes down. This is gonna come down to the wire. Gun is dead on last.
Poseidon has to do his best.
In a minute.
Poseidon's getting bombed on by Sunny, gets taken down. They have nothing.
That's huge.
It's a level 1 gun in Wishbone right now. It's a time 6. They have to block the cap. If they don't block this capture, they will lose. Right now, who's available? It's Scout, Heavy, Medic, Pyro. Those aren't the classes that can get on there. Time 7. This is going to be a capture for Somebody Help in 350. They're going to upset the round balance and win this one.
Oh, no.
That C aggression was that C push was it went so badly for Froggieland. I don't get it. So at the start, Evil decloaked on DC.
Yeah, stabs DC on like the center of the cap, then walks all the way over to spawn and stabs the SAR, sits there for a second, takes out his revolver, and just kills Moose with
It's so much worse than that, because the Uber was popped to save DC from a backstab. I don't know if you saw it. The Uber got popped to save DC from a backstab. Evil decloaks post Uber and gets a 3K. I have to wonder, right? The call there that they made is to recontest C. Their plan was always to Uber for Froggieland. Their plan was always to Uber and contest C because they have the players and they have the Uber charge to do it. They think if they can hold C there one time, they can win the round, which is true. Why were there only 3 players in that Uber? It was just Pyro, Medic, Demoman, and they had a sniper over their shoulder. 4 of the 9 players in the team was on C, ready to defend that. Someone was not doing their job there. Someone was not listening to the call. Because if they just put more people on C there, that goes way better.
The disjointed combo must be spreading to the rest of the team. I mean, I want to take a look at the logs real quick. TK top fragged and bottom death on Steel Pyro. I don't know if I've ever seen the top frag plus bottom death. Maybe BM did that back in season 24 one time when I was like chain dying. It's the only other time I can possibly think of. But I think that, and I don't mean to keep kind of taking things away from Froggieland, but I don't think they captained 420 off of strong team play and a flawless combo. They won that off of TK getting 2 flogs off in the same life. 1 on B, which is like, okay, sure. 1 on E. What have you seen an offense Pyro get a flog off on E in anything that's not like post-jungle Inferno? Never. So, I mean, maybe it's small sample size, right? But it's very possible TK is just, playing out of his mind that round, hid some of the bigger faults that Froggieland had. But, hats off to Somebody Help, though. That was an amazing round. Evil able to get those kills. Really smart play to Uber into lobby there. And they wiped so many off of them that just...
The morale for Froggieland has to be at an all-time low after that. You just got done getting rolled in the first round of your map pick and not being able to take the second round back. You come into the map pick of your opponent, you perform admirably. You get a textbook around the world in 420, and you can't hold it. At that point, you must be thinking, what do we have to do to actually win this match? There's so much work that needs to be done. It starts here. They have to reverse sweep everything. They need to win 2 rounds here, then they got to go to product and win that too. I don't know how they're going to do it. They're starting out on defense here. For a team that just got capped against in 350, you have to think, like, what did we do wrong? What was the problem here? You have to look at that C pressure. Like, why didn't that C recontest work? If it's because you're not on the same page, then that's the same issue you've had the entire time. What can you do?
Yeah, I mean, you cannot let Evil commit, larceny and war crimes on C. That might help as well. You know, if you pop the Uber because of him, at least kill him, and then don't lose your 3 most important classes to him in the post. I mean, they knew they had Disad when they were in lobby, and yet they still went so aggressive. DC walked out, which granted, you know, is not a bad idea because they know that Fleeble doesn't have yet, but gets themselves, like, 1v2'd. Like, his team's in lobby.
The real moment where they lost that was when
dies.
Ginseng got left out, or when Mei got left out to die, and then Ginseng didn't get any help killing him. And he died, Mei didn't. All of a sudden, lobby is now contestable.
Yeah, it was Ginseng, not DC. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's what I meant.
It was a good idea to kill the dome there. He was left up to dry. The rest of his team left to Wishbone, but no one focused him. And because of that, the entire map, the round just flipped on its head. So now we're going into round 2. This is must win for Froggieland to keep your season alive. Sar now waiting in E.
Fish already waiting, gonna get auto-checked out. The DR gets popped, he will stay alive. Sunny knows that the DR is gonna work, but Sar going back into spawn, probably gonna head back out onto E actually, looks for another shot. Sunny actually finds Fish for real this time, no DR to save him, as the Ubers come out of the B.
Got Sap on the gun in time for Evil once again. It's gonna go down here right after. Air Blast go over the top as only both spies are dead right now. American TK having a fight, and TK getting sniped down. Pressure now being had. Poseidon, big jump onto Mei. Can't land the damage though. Gets arrowed. Good job to save Mei. And Mei will go down. They're all dead. They got shredded by the hit scan.
You could have been on the back scatter there, and that would have been a peak moment.
That's exactly what they tried last round, right? But it didn't work last round.
Okay,
this time it worked.
Are they getting on C? Caboose is growing into C.
The gloves of running. Okay, this is Spiderman though. Oh no. That's such a good play, by the way. That upsets so many timings. Imagine if he has Tomislav around the corner, shreds 3 people as they walk out of spawn. That could be so funny if it happened. But luckily for Froggieland, Fish is aware. In the meantime, though, the real push is about to come through Wishbone.
Yeah, actually, if he gets 2 here, C is already gone.
Yeah, exactly.
I
like the play. I really like the idea, actually.
I would be screaming right now.
Yeah, I really like the
rats
idea.
and cockroaches, but really, really good play by Fish to do that.
Oh, they drop American out of the shutter, but it's
but
fine.
The Ubers come in, Sunny
good
and
flash. I like that.
That's a really good Uber. I really like that Uber. Forces them back. They know they have that. Doesn't even give them any opportunity to contest. That's so clean.
Yep, make sure you just get your players deep inside the enemy spawn. You can hold them there, you can cap C for absolutely free. Okay, this is where the round differs from last time. Instead of contesting C, Froggieland has given it for free. They have the Uber charge up on Moose, they have their players alive. Keep in mind, at this point in Steel, losing a player means a 18-second respawn timer.
At minimum, probably closer to 23, 24. 26, I think, at max is what the timers you can hit are on Steel. The level 3 is up in heaven.
Oh no, Poseidon's not. And the Sap, oh, he doesn't get it. Okay.
Doesn't get it. That would have been big. I don't know if anyone could have really cleaned up on it.
They're in D. They're contested right now from the Wishbone. Cabooses alone will end up going down, as does Timeless to that minigun. So
are they
it looks like
spawn. Yeah, they are. They went all the way back.
Yeah, Froggieland gonna be able to stabilize for now. They have the lobby hold. Okay, this is crucial, because now going through Death Hallway is not a very common play, unless you're a Flint class like Sunny here. He's gonna try and see if he can find any medics in the back for free forces. In the meantime, the main forces are gonna meet here. Spy not able to get the stab as Uber is being traded out.
American a little bit too far. That Spy body blocking Cleveland may have actually cost American his life, but they forced them back really far into B. They've played lobby control.
Timeless is now scoped on the sentry gun, and he gets Poseidon once again. Taking the soldier out of heaven is great, and on the front end, things aren't going well either. They're going to lose Ginseng. They're going to lose DC to Mei's explosive. So combo fight firmly won by 70 health.
Dead too.
Yep, and this is already looking dire for Froggieland. They're down so many players. They will get the majority of the spawners up in time, but the gates are going to close on them if they don't get out onto E right now. They can't. Shutters are closed, and the shotgun heavy takes down the engineer in heaven with the help of a sap, and now they're stacking last.
Here it comes. See, they're all coming in through Wishbone, but Mei's ready to meet them. Have to be careful that an air blast doesn't send anyone into the pit. The railings are up, which should help with that. But it's not foolproof. Emily dropping down. Gonna find Ginseng
big
in
reflect
lower.
rockets doing tons of damage.
So much damage, though, out from Mei into Wishbone. There.
Times
Sar
one now.
And Rebel gonna go down. Look at the low health on
everyone. They're all dead.
And Emmy coming in from behind. Finds TK, Poseidon, Aaron, Moose getting flamed out into B. Uber forced out. Spy Demo for coming in onto E here. Gonna force them back at the very least. People actually got dangerously low. But Moose gonna go down. And this is gonna be slightly slower. Slightly. Are we gonna go to 420?
430.
No.
Oh, it's possible. They pushed 420 before you say raising a hand in disbelief.
We've seen a 350.
A 420 and a 430.
We've seen, this is blazing fast, which is nice to see after the last time these two teams met. But somebody helps averaging 410.
Yeah, that's dominance on steel, and that's also the reason why no one wants to play them on steel. So we're getting an example of that. 4500, you guys know what the ban next week.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to have a problem with that. I don't think they're going to have a problem with that. Look at all the -10s on the prediction. Pixel niceness.
421 on that guy.
Wait, he's -10? He just 421?
421 did.
Did he, like, typo that on a numpad?
Either that or is intentional.
Or he's just trolling everyone else.
Yeah, but with that 4:30
Yeah.
time for somebody help, they are just 4.5 minutes away from being grand finalists. Is there any way Froggieland can repeat their performance? It starts with a flank from E and a Phlogistinator.
Yeah, is TK on it? He better be.
No,
No.
stop. Degreaser.
Alright, pack it up.
It's over.
No way to win.
The control point is
Evil learned his lesson last time, does not stand in the same spot. I like it. As now 5x come in. If you are Froggieland here, honestly, I'd consider a lot more lobby pressure than before. Maybe even send a combo through. You feel like last time you were so uncontested, it might work. I don't know if they're confident in just going at it normally. We'll have to see. Looks like they're grouping up outside B anyway, so gonna go have an honest go at this and we'll see if they can do it. Meanwhile, Caboose is doing some cheesy right now.
Where is he?
In spawn.
He's super forward. Oh, Operation...
Nothing found.
That's the Operation Anal Tension from way back when, but
Yeah, you could
didn't,
say
didn't
that.
have his squad with him. He's gonna get taken out.
Yep, so not able to find that one. Not going to be too big of a deal. We'll respawn 3 seconds. As crit stickies are still left around, they get the flank wiped immediately on their push into upper.
Yeah, there they go. Was that into upper?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. That it was flank, and it was really well timed by a spy call.
That was on A! That was in lobby!
That was in lobby. Okay, well that's some
pretty sure.
anti-strats coming through, if that's the
I
case.
think there's a rocket launcher in the...
In the meantime, Ubers have an exchange on B. Nothing happened. Not really a big surprise. Now the sap coming in. Stab and a sap. That's a really good play there by Fish. And now his team can move in, especially with that snipe onto May. There's room for Froggieland here yet, but in the backline, Sunny's flanking with Caboose, the heavy soldier flank. It does get spotted by TK. They gotta deal with this one now. They get Caboose, but Caboose is unleashed. Headshot onto him. Who's gonna kill him? They can't get him. He gets another one. DC's dead. And with that pressure, they're walking forward. Moose is dead. That flank from upper sealed the deal on that push.
It might have sealed the deal in the round. E's slightly getting capped up, and that's a good thing for Froggieland because
but there's no
that's about the
combo
only
to
way.
take
Oh,
advantage.
the gun's gonna go down right away. Aaron gets the Wrangler up on it actually. Hits May enough. He's forced back. He's gonna get some health. Really important that gun stays up. He's not
that
gonna
gun
get
is their lifeline
flying.
right now. He's healing it back. They can get more pressure. And now there's flank coming. May's gonna die. Rebel actually walks in for free on the front side. And now B getting capped up. There's a sniper watching this, but in the meantime, they actually give away B for free. It's 2:15 now for the rest of the map. Again, it is possible. They might have to just go straight for E. I'm not sure if they have time for C. Gun goes down on the front
DC
end,
needs
but
to
they hold
jump
the
the
shutter.
E-spawn. DC needs to jump the E-spawn and maul them as he's... He
Yep,
just could've got
they don't want to do that. They're just going to go C. There's a sniper staring at it. Time is posted up. They're too scared to get out as the Pyro's spamming it. Now they're rotating back around. They can get heaven, but it's too late. Caboose is up there. They at least pick off Evil in the beginning, but with a soldier engineer heavy up there, it's so hard to get on point.
Poseidon from D gets X's gun. Caboose
Uber.
still up there. Uber coming out. If they can get Aaron's gun, it's going to give them so much more space, and it will go down. Stickies will eventually take it up, but Sunny and Emily go down in lobby. Frags evened out back onto Fish
Poseidon,
and Rebel, though.
he tried to go upper, but just gets shredded by Caboose. The heavy in heaven is a saving grace.
Cleveland
But
gets sniped,
speaking
though.
of,
And
that pick...
Moose gets Ubered into the
Oh
pit.
no! Moose got air blasted.
What just happened?
He got air blasted while Ubered into the pit, so both medics are down. 1:20 left on the clock. It's still technically possible. They gotta get on the point soon. They're trying to go in through the D cave area to get an alternate angle, but they're just getting mulched on the way through. Ginseng has no medic. He's gonna go down in a second, and he will die. This time it's a sniper rifle. If DC can get stickies on the shutter, it'd be big. Poseidon gets in heaven this time, gets Exa. They need cap time. 1 minute left on the clock, and Rebel gets on it with a beam. Caboose has to die though. There's a sniper dot on him. He's waiting for
cleared.
Aaron. They get the kill. Is
The
DC
rapid
alive?
assassin
DC's
hits him.
alive. He needs to sticky the shutter off. There's a soldier behind Wishbone. Sunny gonna take down Moose. That's not the biggest deal right now. You gotta focus on the
DC kills
capture.
May in spawn. That's so big. 40 seconds left.
More people
Sunny
on it.
gets levitated. TK's gonna take him out though. but he's still alive.
Soldiers on
not
paint
gonna get
train!
in.
Poseidon! There's a 4x going on right now. This is very, very possible. DC has to keep the shutter locked down. There's a pyro in his face taken down. Can the medic get back with any Uber, any arrows? There is an arrowing medic.
Sonny stalled out of midair. No
Moose
way.
is
This
dead.
is not
They're
gonna
trying.
happen.
They're gonna get it. They have
No
4x. They're gonna get this 20
Froggieland!
seconds. They got it. We're going again 1-1 on Steel. We don't take more than 4.5 minutes to cap here.
411, fellas. 411. 350 or 420, 350, 430, 411.
Well, we still
What
wanted to
is
speed run the
going
night. This
on?
isn't what we had in mind, but it's definitely interesting to see. Finally, Froggieland, they have a round. They have a foot in the door of this match, and most importantly, they've showed that they can hang in with somebody help on Steel. That first round wasn't a fluke. This is their normal on the map. Can they do it again and send us to product?
If they win this and go into product, I have to think they're the favorites. Just from, they have to feel so good. That has to be, can you imagine how amazing that feels? You're like, oh, it's over. They're like, oh, somebody helps sort of like wrap it up. I don't even know what happened. I don't know where they got wiped from. I thought they had a really solid hold set up. They got X's gun. Poseidon jumped upper, killed X. I don't know where the combo went. There was
The players kept getting killed walking out. It feels like at that moment they were disconnected because they tried to just send people out. They're like, oh, they've only capped A and B. We still have control of the majority of the map. Turns out they didn't. They just got picked off one by one. Remember the pyro walking at DC out of shutter? Imagine if he stayed alive and just started scorch shotting the point because they lost their medic twice. There was no medic alive for Froggieland there at all.
Yeah, I think.
Imagine if you have a pyro
yeah.
shooting flare guns at the point and everyone's burning to death. Like, things are much different, but they just bled out over and over. And in the end, maybe it's the hubris that got the best of somebody help, but in the end, that's Froggieland tying us up on Steel.
And I mean, they made the rookie mistake. Like, when you are losing E and you don't have Heaven, you can't, just because the E spawns open, you can't walk out of it. If they're soldiers in Heaven, they might as well have capped D on you. You have to go out through B or through C or D. Try to either get lobby control or play from Wishbone. And they just didn't do that. May walked out of spawn and got killed.
Only on Steel can you win a Highlander map or Highlander round with the enemy scout at 12 and 5 and the enemy demo at 10 and 4 with 450 DPM, while yours did 250. Fish top DPM'd his team on Spy with 275. Froggieland won that just by picking off the right players at the right time.
Yeah, I mean, that is what's going on there. Like, it's... How do you even analyze that? I think mentally, when they traded meds with Fleeble getting sniped and Moose getting blasted into the pit, I'm like, oh, that's so thematic for this match, right? And, like, in my mind, I chalked that up as a win for somebody help, when it really wasn't.
Yeah, because defensive medic, even at B capture, takes longer to spawn. It's not by much, but they don't have advantage in players anymore. If they trade evenly, or if they trade down, they're just going to be at a disadvantage for the rest of the map. And they traded down with every player that walked out of a spawn shutter.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... again, and like, it's that, as you said, it might have been that hubris. Like, oh, we capped in 430, we got this, you know. What they just did last time, oh, that was just based off the flog. That was a fluke, which I thought it was too, but... Somebody helped showing, or Froggieland, excuse me, I keep confusing the two teams. Froggieland showing that they can play together. That's exactly what they just did. They got a really solid E spawn camp going. You know, they went in, they got C. They came back, got E pressure, blocked off the E gates, and somebody helped. I mean, could somebody help them play that better? Absolutely. But Froggieland's putting the pressure on somebody help. This entire time, Froggieland's been playing from the back foot, and somebody help has been in cruise control. They haven't had to make hard decisions because Froggieland hasn't been forcing them. But here, once Froggieland starts having some momentum, we start to see the wheels starting to shake a bit. You know, maybe coming off a bit. It's been two really fast halves. I mean, just because they're both playing well, don't get confused that these two teams are playing each other evenly right now on the map that we thought somebody help would roll on.
Yeah, and this really harkens back to like the first round of Vigil, because like we see that and we're like, oh, maybe this is the easy 2-0 that, you know, you predicted and I thought was possible. But, like, if you just take into account the last round of Vigil and both rounds of Steel, these teams are so evenly matched. Which, again, we saw that in the first round of playoffs between them. This is a match for second place in Invite, and both these teams can have it on their day. The problem is that Froggieland, they start off losing their map pick, they start off losing the first round of Steel, when it was winnable both times. And now they have to claw their way back. They can do it, but it's an uphill battle. Again, first foot in the door here.
Yeah. I mean, that's really all you can ask for. I feel like if you're Froggieland, because again, they win this, you're going to product, and Vigil never happened, right? Vigil never
it's
happened.
best of
Getting
one.
capped on in 350 never happened. It's just the the equivalent of a 1v1 me Fox only, no items,
Final destination, yeah.
Yep.
Final product
But for
destination. Yep, and last time predictions on the screen. If you predict over 5 minutes, you're trolling, apparently.
If you predict over 4:30, you're trolling, apparently.
Watch this be the 13-minute round. This before special.
What else? Of course, that would happen.
Yep. I mean, we have no idea what's gonna happen here. I mean, we've seen craziness. We're expecting a fast round apparently, but yeah, one more on Steel to see if we're gonna be ending things here with a somebody help win, or if we're gonna keep going. As now timer ticks down. We're into the round. Froggieland on offense once again. Somebody help. Gotta try to defend. Hopefully they get more than 430 for their sake.
Yeah. I mean, I think something to be said though too is that something you see, I guess, in real sports more often is like how the game of adaptation works, right? Somebody helps, it's been working, so they haven't had any areas that they can really say like, oh yeah, we really need to fix this or else we're going to lose. Froggieland had nothing but that. So now somebody help loses a round, they can look back and say, okay, we did this, and this wrong. And in a sense, right, losing's a powerful tool for learning. So if they're able to say, okay, they're able to isolate where, they went wrong on their E-play, where, May walking out, them not being in sync enough, you could see them kind of swing back a little bit harder here, right? And that's always kind of the counter-argument to, like, they have momentum, is that, okay, well, they know what their mistakes are now. They've been punished for it, and people learn best when, those mistakes are punished.
Yep, Timeless getting the first kill of the round onto SAR. SBS win, not going to be too impactful. I want to pay attention to Froggieland's E flank here, because in the first 2 rounds, it's been very impactful. The way they've set up Aaron's gun to be at an off angle to defend people on the point has just brought them so much pressure time and time again. If you are somebody help, like you said, they have a chance to do something about it. They can say, okay, well, this has been a problem, a thorn on our side. What are we going to do to make sure we don't have to rotate players off of B so early?
Is the Aaron even building his gun? Where is it?
Yeah, it's building on connector, AE.
Oh, okay, yeah. For some reason I couldn't see
And
it.
Timeless, he's been posted this the entire time. I'm not sure how he gets forced off it so much, but he's gonna just be staying there and watching it. In the meantime, Ginseng does go down. Uber trade happens early on B here. That's pretty fine, as Timeless getting stabbed is big for that flank, coming through any second now. No kills going over in the Uber directly, which is normal, but again, this E pressure is what we're looking at. Emily goes down to Rebel! Gun building, 4x immediately, Poseidon on the pain train. This could be huge.
Yeah, that gun exactly in that off angle you mentioned. Really tricky to deal
Fleeble's
with.
dead! Fleeble crate on the front side! The repush Ginseng has so much damage! They're losing their combo on B as well! Even though E got cleared out temporarily, thanks to the players rotating over, B is free here for Froggieland.
Yeah, they are gonna get the gun. Evil finds it. Sunny gets the gun down, spamming from spawn. That will neutralize the E pressure, but it comes at the cost of B, which if you're Froggieland, you're A-okay with.
Yep, that's the strat. That's the normal Steel strat. Is if you pressure E enough, you force rotations, B is free. The hardest point to cap on the map is free. So now with this, they have full Uber. Fleeble did die, and Moose got to keep charging. So now Froggieland, perfect position to keep pushing through. They're stacking E!
Oh, Poseidon just whiffed his jump and almost died for it, but he ends up salvaging it.
And killing Caboose. They have Heaven.
Perfect timing. They have Heaven control. E-cap coming through.
Uber and Wishbone coming through.
Yeah, Uber,
they want to save their
this
players.
is so smart. If they can find Fleeble,
Fleeble's caught! DC! Can't let the stickies. Good air blasts. Fleeble's still won. Fleeble's still trapped. It's gonna take a miracle to save Private Fleeble here. DC jumps in behind. One more sticky would do the job. Moose gonna stay alive. DC's still here. Fleeble's trapped. No HP. Can anyone help out? The combo on C here. May goes down. There's a spy behind. Fleeble's alone. Fish just decloak and shoot her. Fish gonna get the med kill. C's free. E is free. They still have the soldier in Heaven. Moose got a saw into Evil. They have again.
TK times out. That's gonna be one down. But Caboose is gonna come out, kill Poseidon. They have Evo. It's gonna be enough time with to land the headshot.
What the hell?
He doesn't land it. What is going on?
230. I can't. What? That's domination.
Mission begins.
What happened on Vigil? They won that 8v9. TK disconnected.
Yeah. Where? Oh, I was watching the gun setup on E and I didn't see what happened on B.
Yeah, they just re-pushed him through lower. Ginseng had an angle and just shredded the entire team. Fleeble got popped up by Sticky and cratered right outside the pack. You know where the pack is on B? She tried to surf for it, but fell just short and died.
Oh, that's unfortunate, but...
I can't believe when the average prediction was within 4 minutes, everything we have is plus a minute on predictions.
Plus a minute? Going in third, the third pred is a minute and a half off. I mean, we said if you pick over 5...
That has to be the fastest steel cap in playoff history. That has to be.
Begins in 10 seconds.
Top 4 playoffs, maybe.
3, 2,
That was insane. Okay, if you are help here, AE, like AE, any other option? If they lose one Uber exchange on B and their combo gets stuffed out of B once, they lose.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yep, they already have their demo out on A.
8x.
Yep, demo's out on A. Fleeble's still in spawn, not looking to go A, and there is May going back into spawn, so they're not looking to go for the AE
Yeah,
here.
Fish is calling who's coming through. They're going to see that, the combo isn't here, it's just the normal flank. So this is going to be a normal round. If you are somebody help here, you gotta win the first exchange.
Sticks, get Sunny
yep,
out.
called out. And now Emily's
really
going to get collapsed
all
on.
the pressure's on the combo on B here now.
Yep, you have to make this work. Evil, knife melted, nothing going. No sap either. Aaron gonna be able to heal this one up as no spy alive to sap it. When does the exchange come in? Here it is. Evil popping first. Moose gonna get a flash on TK. May gets skybox and can't get flashed. Wrangled down by Aaron. They keep all players alive on defense. There is no E threat whatsoever. A minute and a half for somebody help. You have to AB. You have to AE now.
Yeah, your only hope is for an absolute collapse from Froggieland right here. Gonna get ×4 on it. The pain train again. The Wrangler set up in heaven.
It's being called out by Fish. Fish decloaks. Easy kill on Fleeble.
Oh, that's gonna that might do it right
and
there.
Gun's dead. DH out. DH from Poseidon takes down the sentry gun. It's a 1x. It's just a pyro. American has to get off it. No one's capping. For reference, 45 seconds times 3, 30 seconds times 5. This is very close to being out of reach. The combo's rotated over.
Now in heaven, but Rumble went back into the back spawn. Hits her low.
There's a wrangled level 3 in Wishbone staring down the point. He's putting stickies. There's a demo in the pit. May is out of there. So is Sunny. It's 50 seconds left. If this has no time for 5 more seconds, it's almost over. There's a heavy close caboose. He needs to do the impossible
Evil's
here.
waiting.
Everyone.
Evil's getting chased back. He needs to go in and get a triple chain stab and a sap. But it's not gonna happen.
Emily Pitt! Scout needs to 2x it! It's over if the Scout dies!
It's over!
It's over! No one's capping!
30-second minum for it.
We're going to product!
We're going... Vigil seems really far away right now, fellas. We are going to product. What in the world is going on?
I have no idea how they pulled a 230 off against the best steel team in the league. That needs to be watched back and analyzed for our ancestors to see. That is historic. Like, what was that? That's the same team that couldn't cap last on Vigil after 15 minutes.
The snowball started. It started off slow. And it's just been rolling, and Froggieland's been getting better and better. Zach, are we going to see a Highlander BO3 reverse sweep?
It's possible. I mean, it's definitely on the cards now. We have to go into product, and this is a map that's interesting, right? Because this is the first this is the first Koth map we've seen between these teams in 6 maps, right? Out of 6 maps, this is the only Koth map they'll play in playoffs.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
It's really hard to know what to expect when that's the case.
I mean, somebody help was 30 seconds away from being in grand finals. 30 seconds, and now we're going to map 3. That
has to be the fastest 3 halves of steel ever.
Yeah, I think it might be. That's like old gravel pit. That's like, you ever play PL Waste in 4s?
I did, yeah.
I played a 2-1 on that map that went 7 minutes of combined game time. This was not much longer.
That was insane. It's so hard to actually analyze what happened because it was over in an instant. The impossible happened. Froggieland went from 0-3 down, backs against the wall, match point, back-to-back, championship point against them, or I guess match point against them, and they just won it. Logs on your screen. They
Fish
barely
went 7-1.
Granted, okay, a couple of those were from, a panicked offense trying to push, like panic push. And he
But
just got the
still,
free backstab
I
because
mean,
they're not looking at him, but still, that's impressive.
Moose got more kills than 4 players of somebody else.
Also true. Emily with 50 DPM. That has to be a season low. That has to be like a career low, honestly.
And I mean, I do want to say, right? Who was one of the names? I've seen single, like, rounds of Koth, it feels like, have people get more kills than the 3 halves combined. Here.
19 kills for both pick classes. Steel is a map where your pick classes, even though it can be hard, they can pop off.
This feels like 1/2 of Upward in these logs.
Yeah, kind of.
And we just played it in a full BO3, like a 3/2 BO3.
Yeah, on Steel.
I think too, though, I do want to shout out. I think Poseidon deserves a lot of credit here because every single time somebody helped or Froggieland even considered, hey, let's push E. Heaven was already locked
Heaven
down.
is locked down.
Exa was unable to have any
impact on defensive engineer
at all. And Sunny really didn't have much better luck. Because like Poseidon, I think at one point jumped into like the 1v2.5, like NG soldier and gun, came away with like 2 of them. And potentially lived. Like he had such a big impact there because when you can, every time I give like a map review on Steel, I always say Heaven is the absolute core of the map. If you do not have control of Heaven as the defensive team, like you're in red alert mode. Like you need to try to get that back. Leaving Heaven uncontested is so rough, but that's what happened. Poseidon took it, but Zag and I are going to need to take some time to exhale, so we're going to throw it to an ad.
As are the teams, right? We're going into best of 1 product for a chance at the championship. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, my fellow warriors, my fellow survivors. We all witnessed that most recent half of Steel here in the RGLgg Invite Highlander lower bracket finals, where we just witnessed Pandora's box open on Steel, and all manners of demons and phantoms came out to play, as we just had 3 halves take place with no caps going longer than
4.5.
What was it? 4.5 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
As Froggieland, who looked so far out of this match after the first half, failing to cap last on Vigil, have stormed all the way back, positioning themselves for, if they 4-0 this, a potential reverse sweep in Highlander, which I don't even know if it's ever been done before. But we have come so far in honestly not that much time, but all of this is gone. The inability to cap last is gone. Moose's DC is gone. Capping in 420 and then losing it in 350 is gone. All of that is gone. It's all been wiped away for the TF2 equivalent of, as we said, a Fox, no items, Fox only final destination here on Product.
Best of 1 on Koth. First to 4 rounds. Going to be taking this one and going on to the grand finals, securing 2nd seed for the season as well. Loser going to go home in 3rd place. A very disappointing 3rd place because both these teams know that they can win. It's such a close battle between these 2 rivals, I dare say, at this point. And we'll have to see who can manage to take this one. Predictions are near dead even. They've been going over the break. 3.0, 2.95. It's been shifting back and forth, but no one knows what's going to happen on Product. The only people who can tell us are the ones in that server.
And the RGL script writers.
True.
Because there's no way that just happened naturally. But
Yeah,
no,
but-
Zach and I didn't use the break to take a breath. We just continued to talk about the match because
True.
we're hyped up. So I think Zach made a good point where, on paper, I feel like we feel like somebody help has the advantage here. Timeless gets my money over Sar, both for how he's been playing and how he historically plays. Evil as well over Fish. Fish has been hot and cold, but Evil is been, I'd say, a lot more consistent. May over DC, like, yes, they can match each other, but it doesn't feel like there's many places to me where Froggieland has a very solid advantage. But the thing that, to me, I think tips this in their favor is the momentum, the confidence they have to have after winning on the other team's map pick, on the map that everyone counted them out on, coming all the way back. We saw how somebody helped performed when Froggieland had the advantage, and it was not good. If they can keep that aggression forward, keep the pressure up, I think they can pull this out.
Yep, this one is really very in the air, and now the prediction's even closer to dead even for you guys to do if you want to get those in, and we're going to be starting here in just a bit once the team's ready up. We've talked about so many players making big plays here. You've mentioned there are some mismatches on paper we're looking at. Who do we think that we haven't seen yet, we haven't looked at as a big impact player, can make a difference here on product, the only Koth map of the 6-map series between these two teams in postseason?
I think I'm really looking on Froggieland. I want to look at the flank. I think Rebel had some pretty solid moments. Emmy did too. Don't get me wrong, but I think if Rebel's able to keep Emmy down, that's going to go a long way to stemming what somebody help wants to do. And I'm going to keep looking at the flank and look at Aaron. Only because, like, when I think about really good engineer gameplay, I think back to Aaron playing on MM in Season 6 on product. And, like, that to me is, like, almost platonic ideal engineer gameplay. And if he's able to channel that past self and transport himself back to that time, I think that's going to be the rock that Froggieland can base their win off of.
Engineer, not necessarily the most high impact, high flashy class, but able to definitely impact a game very much, especially if they're able to control the flank and help their team relieve pressure from players walking on point. With that said, Ready Up is through. Here we go. Best of one. First of 4 takes the match. Going to be going on to the grand finals. Loser goes home. We got somebody help on blue, Froggieland on red. Let's get mid rolling out.
Yep, coming in, both demos in at the same time. Early damage on to... that is May, the blue demo there, but TK going to be the first one going down. Timeless opens up with first blood. American traded out, but Aaron and Ginseng both dead as well. Frags now 3-3, but Sunny and Evil collapsing in. Caboose continuing to walk. And that's going to be mid, going over to somebody help here right off the bat.
Yep, pretty dominant. We saw the early headshot onto TK. With that, the soldier jumped in behind. Aaron got killed, actually, by Sunny in the backline. They just collapsed from there, and mid-fight went over into somebody help, as you said. Silver lining, Moose got out with his life, keeps that Uber charge, so we're going to be having a very early Uber exchange coming forward in this round 1.
Yeah, as gonna have to see what Moose wants to do with this. Hopefully we're not gonna see any Vigil 3 sacks before an Uber here on Koth. Don't think that's gonna work out too well for them. I can only hope they've learned their lesson as they're looking ready to go in here. Drop down, they're gonna use in DC. It catches a pipe and lands on Pride for a second before dropping down. Gonna get skyboxed. He might get caught in.
Oh, he's out.
Will jump out. Good
Evil's
heads up
on him
play by
though.
DC right there. But yeah, in comes Poseidon. Great air blast by American. He goes down, keeps his med completely untouched. Fish next, and the frags are in favor of somebody help right here. Pressure in favor of Froggy, but May and American getting sniped out. Sar opening up, finding 2. Ginseng traded out. That sniper presence is going to be big. Aaron
Timeless.
Down to Timeless.
Timeless is over on Conqueror now. He's being a big presence. Yep, Sar, great kill on the back out medic, gets that pick for his team. Full Uber going to be had from Moose. Sack from Emily to try to find anything, but not able to get that pick. So now Cap going up. Timeless gets a bit of revenge for his medic and extends the spawn timer, but now Cap had by Froggieland and 100% Uber ad for them to hold with. They can even out the time with this one very easily. They got to watch out for sacks here, though.
If Moose didn't have Uber, they could try to headbutt this with Sar being down, but it just means that they're probably going to have to force a sack here or maybe a drive push. Fish getting chased out on a cliff. Timeless going to kukri him down.
You see he's trying to jump forward.
Good. That's really good drive pressure from somebody help.
Yep, it helped from the additional picks they had, just made Froggieland feel pressured. Now comes the soldier. Sunny, 2 rockets, big damage. Can it get cleaned up on Evil? Has the revolver, shooting the heavy actually. Drops off and keeps his life for now. 5x on capture for somebody help here. They have all the players and they have the sniper posted up. Pyros both get sniped in short order, but it's going to be a 7v7 with spawners in favor of Froggieland. Point held by Somebody Help. Time 30 seconds in their field, but they're taking damage and they're going to lose. They're taking headshots. They need to keep all players alive here.
I think Caboose is on banana.
He would be.
But yeah, Sarge did land a headshot on the timeless buffed, unfortunately.
Fish
so
is
unable to get the
revolvering.
kill. Yeah.
He gets seen though. Not gonna be able to have any impact quite yet.
No, Evil goes down.
He gets a drop on Fleeble! He gets the drop step off of China. This is a free push now for Froggieland, but Moose is 1 HP, gets a sandwich. Scout behind though will end up taking Moose down with the help of Sunny. They have some kills, but numbers add in favor of Somebody Help. Timeless still being a nuisance on concrete, but pressured off it. Headshot onto Caboose. Fire onto him. Will end up eating that banana. Yeah, it is a banana to keep his life, but that's the capture up in favor of Froggieland. Because they didn't have the point, Ubers are even.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, really good salvage from Somebody Help there to get Moose after Fubu goes down, but you can't let your med drop to that. Like, that's
yeah, the spy. They knew he was there too, they just shot him. Yeah. This time, not going to get the drop stab. Melted the revolver onto May, actually.
Yeah.
That's a good adjustment by Fish.
DC into pocket, finished off by Fish, means that this push is going to be stalled. Dead even Ubers right here, but, you know, point presence in favor of Froggieland. They are down about a minute, exactly a minute on clock right now, so they're going to need to try to hold this, and they're in a decent position to.
Yep. Both meds building very closely, but Sar gets that pick onto American Timeless, dropping off into pocket to try. He hits TK for a lot of damage, gets a sandwich on the dispenser. Now they're trying to walk forward, some drive pressure. Timeless hops on the rock, doesn't hit the headshot, and with May being low, they're gonna have to back up and get some HP. Evil being annoying in the back lines will keep his life for now. Same copy set of Fish, who does die to Caboose, and now with Uber on both teams, help will go forward.
Who's got force, but they will be roughly even. Slightly better Uber for Somebody Help right here as they fade, but not able to really gain any material off of it. Poseidon goes down. Sunny's now able to walk through connector. Yeah, Fleeble low, but Ginseng, DC, Rebel all go down. Only Timeless to trade. Starfire's the counter snipe, but it's not going to be enough. Too many numbers are down. They will be forced back. Moose keeps his life, but so does Fleeble. Slight ad for her. Moving a little bit better. Point goes back over just as Froggieland's about to even it up. But we're going to get pretty close to overtime here.
Evil has been an absolute menace, by the way. He's standing on Froggieland's bats and cliff with the ambassador of all things and just keeps railing headshots into the heavy, into the pyro, needing them required heals. He's doing a lot of work, and DC going down at the start of this one is going to not bode well for their drive pressure. It's 80% for Moose, while Fleeble has 100, time ticking down towards the end.
Yeah, and I mean, Evil finds Poseidon too, able to get that soldier, gonna get
Moose
out.
Dead.
Yeah, Moose dead. Great Uber. They knew they were building faster. Fleeble finally catching on to the fact that Moose has been being slower building. In comes in Fish, gonna get caught out though. No med drop this time, but finally catching on to that slow building out of Moose. They take advantage of it. Sar gonna get stabbed out by Evil.
5 up for both teams. They're trying to collapse onto the point. They have faster spawners, but no heals as of right now. Emily popped up in the air, gets the beam though, stays alive. Meanwhile, Poseidon Aaron going down. The med beam is going to be the difference maker as Help gets to walk up on the point and clean everybody up. That's round 1 in favor of Somebody Help. Sub 1 minute on the clock for Froggieland though.
Said I wanted to see Rebel pop off as my #1 player.
Bottom of the scoreboard.
Unlucky.
Yeah, Rebel gonna have to step up, try to match Emmy. In comparison, Emmy is top of the scoreboard behind the medic, obviously. But that difference is making a big deal. On the other side, though, Sar's having a lot of positive game impact, and they can play around him.
Yep, in comes in Sunny, though. Pyro not dead immediately, but gets right in onto Moose.
Oh, there's no way.
One rocket.
There's no way.
But Evil with the revolver, can he get him? Doesn't. He finds
Fleeble's dead.
Body
Fish got the stab. Full now Uberad.
I was watching Moose
Froggieland
dance for his life. Evil in again. Not able to find him.
Emmy running forward, mini sentry down, not able to get sacked. Evil comes around again, saps the mini sentry, picked off. There's mid in favor of Froggieland, and they get the full Uber as a bonus.
I feel like I did Fish a disservice by not watching his stab because I was too busy watching the saga of Moose's survival.
Oh yeah, Moose's life was so chaotic there. He got bomb left 1 HP by 2 rockets, then got chased around. Meanwhile, it was just a normal backstab happening onto Fleeble. Not exciting, but very impactful, as now full Uber ad for Moose. They're gonna have to go for a sack soon. American goes down early to a rocket of all things. Meanwhile, Fish not so lucky this time around. Drive pressure now coming out, and they get the force.
They forced May walking up alone, got enough damage onto DC that he forced the
At least kill him, okay.
He will go down, but I mean, that's a sack. That's
Poseidon's out of there.
For.
Poseidon just jumped onto the crate on the opponent's grass and got out with a skybomb.
Oh,
so
Caboose almost found the kill onto Rebel there. Would have been able to banana his way back out of it, but Timeless now onto TK. Both snipers dominating both pyros.
That's product. In the meantime, DC now getting tanked up on point until Timeless takes him down. And that's a very important pick. Now, free reign for May to walk on point here with the help of his team to get Cap up. If you are Froggieland here, you're fine just backing out. You wish you got the Force, but without a Demo Man, it's not really probable. They're just going to have to back out and trade even Uber. That said, minute off the clock, definitely boding well.
Yeah, having the time advantage, again, good for Froggieland. Puts them in the driver's seat, puts pressure on somebody help, and potentially, you know, gonna make them buckle under that, as they are holding Fleeble behind Rock right now. It doesn't look like that's gonna matter for a sack, as Moose is close enough to Uber that they should be able to just take the exchange, but there's a dot in Valley. Moose dangerously close to walking into that sideline. They are gonna catch Fish out. Doesn't even get the telly either. Good reflex by TK as well. Just hit by a flare.
Yeah, but they're moving across the point now. Moose gets that air blast flash onto DC, but DC can't get flashed again. They drop their Dome Man in this, so this push is hopeless at this point. TK does a decent enough job air blasting back, but Sar is unleashed, takes a headshot onto Timeless, looking for more cleanup. Sunny in the backline, accidental reflect from TK! He gets the reflect onto Sunny, gonna take him down. Moose stays alive, he totally did not mean to hit that rocket.
Pyro class, welcome to Team Fortress 2.
And more players
Moose,
alive
yep.
with faster respawners for Froggieland. DC's back here, throwing some sticky bombs into the backline. Fleeble too low, has to get out. Caboose trapped over here on concrete. But with that recap coming in for Froggieland at even Uber. Oh, DC sniped again.
Ooh, Timeless finds the demo pick, and that's going to signal the retreat. Everyone's scattering from Froggieland. Aaron gets stabbed as well.
They gotta get out.
Emily, yep, kill is just all going in favor of somebody help right now. Moose has slight advantage. It's going to end up being even, only a couple %. So we should hopefully see an exchange coming in soon, but the time's going to take over in favor of somebody help right now.
Yep, very close on that timer. 145 about for both teams as Sar wide swinging in Valley. He sees Timeless, can't get the shot quite yet though, as Timeless going to get a buff and re-peek it from the rock angle. We'll have to see which sniper ends up putting this SVS as both teams ready to exchange once again. DC hopefully will not get dropped here, walks to the sideline but gets the flash just in time.
Yep, really big kite out coming from the blue team. Looks like a lot of players running out behind. They're now back behind Rock, though.
Timeless
Solid
is dead?
positioning. But yeah, Timeless and Skinny both dead. Fish, not a worthwhile trade.
There you go.
Eggs are going to go next. Domino's starting to fall.
Evil got turned on right before he could get the sniper pick. That would have been big and extended the spawn timer. That said, 8 man alive, only the spy going down for Froggieland's repush. Fleeble did live, so point flips back in favor of Froggieland. Again, it's going to be about even time on the clock before they can recontest. They are pushing forward onto concrete, though, and they do get some cleanup kills.
Emmy ran into about a 1v7 and took out
Yep.
Ginseng and almost took out DC. But Sarf sniped Fleeble coming out of main. The aggro angle, I'm not sure where that was from. Might have just been deep in main.
If you're Froggieland here, they're going to sack. Moose has died. Oh, headshot! Andy headshot from Evil! Oh, can't get the follow-up! Rocket doesn't hit, and he gets the shot! Evil, crazy play there! 99%! That's the ambassador from 2016 or something. Maybe even before that. I forget when it was nerfed, but that's going to flip the table.
Axa just crouching by the head glitching by concrete as Timeless slowly kills everyone. But no, he's going to go down on point to Fish. Most forward person on his team. Caboose, that's an edge cap if I've ever seen one.
That is crazy. I've not seen a medic drop to an ambi headshot into body shot in forever. It was 99%, right? But like getting that kill, it was all him. The rocket from Sunny didn't hit, so Evil had to do everything.
Fish
Doing everything.
Again though, and gives a butter knife onto May. The damage from DC was so big that even with that great sack coming in, Fish able to equalize immediately after. They're gonna come in right back in and cap this. They will stall. Probably wait at least for Ginseng to get up, maybe Poseidon as well, but that is time going off the clock. Yeah, they'll extend Poseidon, but
Timeless having a no-scope fight over here with Sar on the flank, does back up into spawn just in time, and they're gonna go for the forward pull once again. I like this. Make the enemy take space on you. Evil cloaking out of spawn, looking for something, so he can get a sniper pick perhaps. Sar backed out by Sunny, keeps life for now. Evil gonna be decloaking on the pack in just a second. There's people in his way. Should be able to get Aaron here for free, does pick him up.
yep, and Sunny's gonna keep his life. Uber popped out on point, only 20 seconds left. Fleeble's still only 50. Again, that dry pressure works for them. 20 seconds left, and she's not building super quickly. So this Uber's gonna come down to the wire, but Timeless finds 2 combo members, including Moose. Poseidon now getting in on him, but Sunny's there as the bodyguard. Sar wins the SVS with the damage already done. Gonna be on Sar now to really just play, target practice here as they're timing out. Emmy trying to toe tap it.
Bombed
Uber
off
only
by Sunny.
85%, no one on it. Oh no, Fleetwood gets on it right
Watch
after
out for
him, and here's
Fish!
to the spy. Fish!
Can't get finally gets May. That's a big pick, but if you're somebody help, you still have the advantage here. You can cap this up. You'll extend 2 players, but they're actually just gonna wait. It's overtime, so they have no downside to waiting. Actually, this is very good from somebody help. They have to hold for 30 seconds. They have full Uber to do it. If you are Moose and Froggieland, you will not have here. You need to force the medic and then make this work. It's definitely advantage.
Here he goes, great reflex by American into the skybox. Poseidon goes down.
They popped.
They are going to use here. They don't want to let any cap time
Great
get
job,
on.
TK.
Not a bad idea. TK completely stalling that Uber. Sunny going forward, taking ground on concrete. They're going to get Ginseng and Fish. Dominoes again, starting to fall.
Has to be
goes
Rebel.
down, but Evil finds Sar. Moose is hurt him in the back line.
Moose is
Evil
dead.
finds him. Again, too little, too late. Halftime coming in from Rebel. It's dangerously close right here. They're getting frags. No one's body blocking it. But it's just TK in. He's going to die. Ginseng, the nearest one, going in through flank. Maybe could have grewed through main, but not going to be enough. And despite an overtime, somebody help takes a 2-0 lead in this first half.
That round is credited to Evil and Timeless. They send their regards. Evil with that insane headshot and then follow up 2 body shots to get the med kill at 99%. And then Timeless finding 2 opening picks when his team lost 2 on the entry. They needed every single kill there to make that work at Uber Dissat, and they found everything. Moose going down at the end there just sealed the deal, because without any Uber, all of a sudden now Somebody Help go from at disadvantage to at full advantage in the round. And that's 2-0 for Somebody Help. It wasn't easy, but they're poised to take the round or the map now.
Yeah, and I mean, granted, right? We've seen this before. What happened 3 weeks ago? Was it 3? I think it was 3. Somebody Help had my brain's failing after everything that's been going on. Had Froggieland down on the mat on Vigil, remember? Up 1-0, had a solid time to defend. Froggieland surged all the way back to take it. Had them down on the mat here. On Steel, 30 seconds away from winning, Froggieland surges back to take it. Down up 2-0 here. Froggieland's responded in the past. The pressure's turned them into diamonds. They're not out of it yet. They're close, right? That round, we very easily could be 1-1 right now.
If I am in the comms of Froggieland, right, I'm looking at how things have gone so far. I'm looking at the scoreboard. Poseidon bottom scoring for his team. Every time he's in, American puts him in the dirt. If I am Froggieland, I'm saying, okay, Poseidon, no more bombing. What you are doing is if I call spy on my China, you're jumping him. Do the JJ Slim. Reverse bombing spies on product is so effective. It will always be a free kill for you because they got to decloak and they got to look down. If you just bomb him from behind, he will die. You won't have to worry about Evil railing you with headshots, and then you can make plays in post when American is distracted. But whenever Poseidon's going in first, he's getting stomped.
You want to hear a dirty stat?
What?
Evil did 350 DPM with only 6 backstabs.
Yeah, he's railing off headshots. I can hear them constantly ringing in my ears, honestly. It really is like I'm back in 2014.
Guess who top fragged the server?
I see it. It's Aaron.
It's Aaron. That's
I mentioned he should step up. Not enough, though.
Ideal of engineer gaming. Yep. I mean, you can't ask him to do anything more than a 16-7 when your team's getting...
Yeah, with 250 DPM, it's like he's only cleanup. Like, he's doing some decent damage.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely getting a lot in there, but...
And I expressed concern over the DC versus May matchup because throughout the 5 payload maps we've seen these teams play, May has outperformed DC in almost all of them. It's nice to see DC put up, that much damage against a Doman who we've, pegged as being better than him. Because when DC can do this, right, your team can win. As we do have a bit of a server crash right now, so this break time is going to be a bit longer. We'll see if there's anything else for us to talk about. Poor TK is 1 in 10. That just happens. I don't know how many of those deaths were to Sniper.
We can check 4 of them. So actually, no. Timeless pulled the dom off on him immediately and then left him alone.
Yeah, left him alone.
Just needed to get that in for the for the kicks.
Timeless top damaging overall, 513 DPM. All the players who we were thinking need to step up on Froggieland to make this competitive actually did. Rebel is matching Emmy, pound for pound. DC is matching May in damage. Aaron is doing everything he needs to do. Sar even has the same amount of frags as Timeless. It really feels like, because that's Sniper, Devilman, Scout, right? You're matching your opposition. This is so winnable for Froggieland. Things have just happened to them at the worst possible time for them to lose both rounds by a little bit. Yeah, if you go into the half down 0-2 like this, you're not the most upset, but you still wish things could go on better. Your confidence isn't really hurt though by this.
If you sort by classes in the logs, this is a spy and pyro diff. That is overcomable.
Yeah, and the evil problem, I'm telling you, it's as easy as telling Poseidon to just bomb him on reverse. The easiest way to shut down a revolver spy trolling you from bats in China and Cliff is just to bomb him over and over again. I'm sure Poseidon doesn't like jumping into a pyro that's reflecting all of his rockets. He can get some free kills this way.
Maybe he likes getting skyboxed and enjoying the scenery.
He feels free flying through like that.
Every time he gets to see like the top of the bridge on top of the map, he's like, "Oh, +1 to whatever counter he's keeping." Can you imagine though? You're like, someone's like, "Hey, why'd you guys lose your, lower bracket finals? We got pyro divved." No one's ever said that. Maybe Jungle Inferno time, right? When pyro was actually busted, but no one said that in years. Don't let that be you, Froggieland. Or we got pyro diffed and the nerfed ambi was too much.
The nerfed ambi was too much. Oh god. Yeah, these issues for Froggieland are definitely fixable, and if they do, let Poseidon actually play the game, and then, things happen where the medic doesn't die at the worst possible times, so things that went out of vogue 7 years ago, this is super winnable for them. That said, if you are somebody help here, you're up 2-0, well, let's look at this from their perspective. You're up 2-0, you just beefed your chance to end things on Steel. You come into the tiebreaker map, which you aren't as favored on as you were on Steel. You start 2-0, it's a bit close, but you come off, fairly, decisive in your closing. For them, they're probably not thinking they have to change too much.
Though, they need to stop letting Fish find Fleeble for free in these really awkward positions. Awkward for them, I mean, because he's gotten quite a few kills here at really opportune moments onto Fleeble with that drop in the first round that didn't end up mattering. They still won the 2 rounds, right? But, a couple of these things fix themselves. Another thing with Poseidon, too, is to say, oh, you're not allowed to bomb is, I think, too small. The snipers here have combined for 30 kills.
Sure, yeah.
10 of them are on the pyros. Like, if you just wait, they're gonna get sniped. SAR found Americans 6 times. That averages 2 a round. Like,
yeah, still, I'd argue that your soldier needs to bomb the spy when the spy's doing this much.
No, I'm saying that, but you hold the combo bombs until the pyro goes down.
Yeah, obviously.
It's gonna happen. Like, you'll have your window. We're not air traffic control isn't saying the skies are blocked forever. Just gotta wait for an opening. Got a taxi for a bit by bombing his own bats.
Yeah, that's how you prepare. You get the spy off your runway. And with that, we're into the second half of Product. We're 2-0 in the lead for Somebody Help. If they can take 2 more rounds, they'll be closing things out as the winner of the match going on to the grand finals. Froggieland, they need a response. Can they make it happen?
If coming in are the demos, getting not too much damage across. Sunny going in for an early bomb, goes behind with this one.
Timeless is dead.
Back in goes Sunny, gonna get 2 big rockets onto DC. Ginseng, Aaron, Poseidon all down. They're gonna get Timeless, but Sunny finds another onto DC. And Rebel make that a ton of damage from him. TK gets him with the detonator, but it's really just a consolation prize as a dominant mid from Somebody Help. Sunny put out so much damage there.
If you're Poseidon there, you bomb enemy concrete and you get the sniper off the bat, you're like, alright, I did a good job. Enemy soldier just killed your entire team, right? Like, that feels bad. But at the same time, this is a great play by Sunny to recognize the opening he has. No one's going to look his way when he lands on that Japan bridge. So now, again, Moose didn't actually die in that mid-fight. So both meds on Uber, very early exchange going to come through. And with SAR opening things up, they're going to go now.
Yep, Rebel's starting to move forward up through caution. They don't want to use here, but they will. The exchange going back and forth right now. Tons of flashes on both sides. But the point presence in favor, I'd say, of Froggieland right here. Although Caboose aggro on concrete here as we come into a pause.
Yep, nice early pause. Have we had a pause yet? Yeah, we for Moose crashing on Vigil. Second pause of the night. This pause will likely extend us into midnight on these Coast of Congratulations. We probably have Tuesday Highlander.
Borderline.
6 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes, maybe
18.
Yeah, so if this goes 3 rounds in this half, maybe.
Or if this is a really long pause, which hopefully it's not. But let's take stock of what we have here, right? I think that point position is about even. Fleeble, I did not notice, is on 11 HP and basically out of the fight. So DC has super forward positioning right now by boxes. Rebel is backing him up. Caboose on concrete is the wild card here. If they collapse on him and kill him, this is Froggieland's point. If he's able to maybe sneak through and start getting some damage onto them from behind, then maybe that opens up a window for enough time for people to run out, get a pack, come back in, and not be afraid of, a stray detonator killing her.
Yeah, something interesting here is that we see DC flanked out right side of the point with a scout. They are both on fire, but May's gonna go down to a sniper as the unpause is through. Bomb from Sunny onto the roof trying to defend just a bit. They are gonna back off for somebody help here, keeping their players alive, keeping their medic charging that Uber. So easy capture coming in for Froggieland. I'm gonna have to re-exec here to see exactly what their time is.
Yeah, that's a good idea. As it's about a minute off the clock, as Froggieland does come back and take this. So, SAR right now has come out swinging right here. If you're able to keep that up, and they can keep Timeless down, it's going to bode good things for them, and good things for the Midnight Highlander crew. As
Timeless is on the right side. I'm pretty sure he got called out by Fish there, so they are going to be walking forward now, knowing the sniper is standing under the bridge, and they're going to take him down. Fish, with a great backstab, it also keeps his life. That's very important. So now, no sniper, you're pushing into one. What do you do for somebody to help? You got to jump forward.
Yeah. Emily,
they're going to leave Emily out to dry, though.
Uber comes in, yeah. They are going to go in for this exchange, keeping it solos, about even, but no presence at all for help. They're going to be forced to run back in.
Evil!
Spy coming in, Evil finds the stab. Spy good with knife and gun, takes out the enemy medic. Ginseng on rock, not going to be there for long. Timeless,
and Timeless cleans him up. Yep. SAR, Ginseng going down in that post. Very clean push there, coming in for somebody help. Assisted greatly by the med pick by Evil. So now they get the point back. Only a 10-second decide to even that one up real quick, and they're going to have 50% Uber ad to work with. So now we see Timeless jumps on enemy clip rock, a bit frisky there. He will end up jumping back as Sunny gets stabbed. Looks like the pause was for a player for help disconnecting. So with that, they get their players back in. They're 10v3 down because they have to respawn. So there is some space here for Froggieland to work with.
Yeah, they do have, again, Sunny and Evil, so no, they're going to get Timeless too. Timeless still, actually having gotten a couple kills, but has not won an SBS yet this round, as the Cap's going to come in very easily. Uber comes out, but it's a little delayed. They're going to get DC, though. That's going to be an extended spawn timer for him. Maybe what they were banking on, as great Air Blast by TK keeps Ginseng alive. Emmy really wanted him.
1 HP on Ginseng.
9 health. A little bit longer on that sticky to get, and I think he goes down, but the Cap will go back right away, right as it's about to be even, so time lead's still in favor of somebody help, and Froggieland really does not want to go down to season point here.
Yep, and they do have this Uber up now ready. We'll see DC meet up with his combo. They're going to go off this 50% Uber ad. Getting a kill here onto Fleeble would be the icing on the cake. They're going to go in. DC jumps very deep. Air blasted back, though, gets caught with the beam, so no problem for them, but not able to actually get Fleeble there. So this recapture is going to come at the cost of their Uber ad. Evil decloaking, not able to find the stab he wanted, though, and does get backed off. Both spies going down. Repush, though, SAR gets a sniper onto Timeless with American going down. It's only 6 men up for somebody help here. They have Uber, but would Popping do anything? No! It's 99%! Poseidon drops Fleeble on that entrance, and now they just have to defend these last few players. Froggieland, now things flip their way.
Absolutely came in from orbit. That was the Soapy Meister bomb. That came in so big. If that Uber gets popped off, they get a couple kills. They're able to repush this, probably continue keeping control of the point. But instead, Froggieland's going to be able to at least tie up the time, most likely. Evil is in deep. Got a decloak on his ambi shit yet again.
He greeted.
He almost had a headshot on
He's trying for D. He's missed every shot. Okay, finally hits SAR. That headshot actually takes him down to a sticky bomb, so not reactive fast enough.
He came a man melter and just crit Evil with it as the Uber does get popped out.
Yep, and it's a free Uber, essentially. Fleeble all the way back in spawn, so now somebody help. They have some avenues back in. Are to time this side, but that kill onto DC is going to make this free, and Moose gets sniped by Timeless. Timeless doubling up onto Rebel. That's the kills that they needed. If you are Froggieland here, sack for this medic. We saw Ginseng just get skyboxed. Poseidon as well gets shut down by Timeless, and now their sack doesn't work out at all, so full Uber out for help.
Yeah, Timeless hadn't been making too much noise this round. I think SAR took 3 SVSs against them in a row, as we have another pause here, but
People
coming up in a big way, yeah. This smells like attack pause to me.
A minute and a half in the future? Isn't that not possible because there's only a minute left on the clock?
Minute and a half plus overtimes?
I guess if you're assuming overtimes, yeah. Could be. Either way, we won't know until it unpauses. In the meantime, what we have to go off of is help 9 men alive, full Uber ad, and they're moving forward. This is looking like another round for them. Like, everything's in their favor here.
Yeah, I mean, if this is attack pause, it's likely because Froggieland's on, their last legs. as there goes the counter in on our side. But let's take. I mean, people are dead, right? We've got people respawning for Froggieland. They only have 9%, so this Uber likely not going to come up in time. They're going to need if they can get 10 seconds of overtime.
They'd get Uber, yeah.
They'll get that Uber. So it's going to be big on the pick class, either on the pick classes or maybe you commit one sack. Like you commit just your soldier and maybe a spy, depending on how soon they can get in position.
I'm not sure you have time for that. There was only 30 seconds left on the clock for both teams.
Yeah, if Fish is in position, then maybe you like go for the sack, try to get the
They
Uber
tried
out.
the full team sack, that's why some of them are respawning and it didn't work out. So they're just gonna have to dry it, and somebody help. It looks like they're posturing very far forward here with Fleeble already near his opponent's Cliff Rock. If somebody help are able to get this space and hold Froggieland at the base of it for 20 seconds, I can't help but feel like this round is just over, because then they still have Uber afterwards.
Yeah, they just have to be careful though, because whenever you play forward like that, you're exposing your med to potentially get sniped from the other like spawn entrance. Evil is in deep and should be able to call that though. I mean, Sar is where is Sar? Sar is dead. So yeah, they'll have time to get forward here and get Fleeble in maybe a safe position if they want to go for this forward hold.
Yeah, it's the call I would make, and it's the call I'm pretty sure they're making too. We'll have to see. They might just back up to play it safe. They do have this full Uber out, of course, which is a very, very big safety blanket. And Unpause coming through.
Comes through.
Yep, Rebel caught out on Cliff, extends his spawn timer as well.
That's not the
they're Ubering into, I told you, they're Ubering aggressively, and DC's caught out. They'll gladly trade DC for a full Uber, right? As I'm going to HUD reload scheme, but either way, now they're going to have to back up. They lost 2 players as well with Timeless going down.
Yeah, those are not people you want to lose there, but I mean, again, the Uber coming out is really good if you're Froggieland. Granted, if you're somebody help, though, you realize you can give up the point again. Like, you still another minute, really, until you lose. So, starting to get forward is Froggieland, and big pick by Fish. Finding May, no demo means that this point goes over right away. Not able to get overtime, only 4 seconds left here.
Yeah, that's big. That means that Froggieland they are allowed to give up the point and repush right after. So we'll see if that comes into play. Moose now on 90%. Gonna be building faster, of course, because of that Uber pop by help that didn't get what they wanted. Now walking up is the Demo Man here. May getting forward. Evil got flashed, but I think he's safe for now. Gonna be able to impact this fight later. DC gets walked at. They got the pop.
Yep, Sar goes down on the backline, and Timeless finds Rebel. TK gets stabbed out. The pick class is popping off here. The side is
alone. He's dead.
To go down. Yeah. So many dead on the side of Froggieland. Ginseng's going to be next, and that's about it. Round's going to go back over overtime for Froggieland, but it's just a consolation.
I can't help but feel like that was incredibly poorly played by the combo of Froggieland. You know you have the point there. You know you have Uber. You know they're going to run into you because they have to force your Uber. The last thing you want is to let your Demo Man get ran at by a scout and have to pop your Uber before you should, right? DC was just out on Dogbread by himself, had to pop the Uber to save him, and they couldn't get any kills, obviously, because the rest of the team wasn't actually that close. Either way, going to the last round, this is win or die for Froggieland here. Their season's over if they can't win this round.
Yep, bomb coming in from Poseidon, and American does not what he does all night, but instead gets killed by him. Not
Evil headshot Moose again. Moose is low, doesn't get a sandwich, but he is healthy now. Evil gets hurted out, but in a mid where this isn't as cut and dry, that headshot could be big. In the meantime, though, Fleeble will go down to Rebel, chasing down the combo in the end. Very good play by him, able to keep things going for his team. And now Froggieland, they get the mid-fight win, they get the Uber ad. If they can't win this round, they can't win any of them.
Timeless just vibing on Cliff while he gets ran up by 2 people and doesn't even attempt to make note of them, as his team protects him there. But yeah, we see interesting alternate timeline, right, where American's having a bad game tonight, and every mid is like what Poseidon just did that.
Moose got sniped by Timeless. He jumped on the rock and just got that quick scope. That's a full drop. They don't quite have the sack yet because help have to get the point.
Fleeble goes down right away after.
Yeah, both men just walking into sight lines and getting punished immediately.
Timeless wins the SDS.
Yeah, shutting down that one.
Gonna get Rebel too. 4 streak for him right now, as he's posted up on rock. No one can contest him. Fish 16 HP, chased back to somebody help spawn. Cap's gonna come right back in. About a minute taken off the clock.
Round mirrored, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
As now going to be even Ubers for both meds.
The last round, yeah.
Yep, we'll see who decides to walk forward first. Froggieland going to have some dry pressure moving forward. Want to post up Sar, see if they can hit the shot onto Timeless. Timeless takes his shot, doesn't hit anything. Sar is posted on this Fish going in the back line doesn't actually find anything, but pressure allows DC to walk forward. DC's alone though. He trades for Fleeble. That's a great play actually to get his team the med pick. And now Sar is posted up, gets the kill into Exa. Aaron gets sniped in return. More players alive now for the side of Froggieland, and with Sar picking off May, this point is theirs. Gotta deny the bombers though, and he can't. Sunny lands right on Moose's head and gets the rocket.
Oh, Timeless! Oh, I thought he was... If he pulled out some insane quick scope there, it's gonna go up to his Twitch channel. That got me
TK
excited.
needed to air blast that rocket. You
Yeah.
cannot let that soldier land on your medic like that.
Could not pull the American here, but we're turning this into product with no medics.
Yep, as now both meds going to be very low Uber. Fleeble at about a 25% ad. You're going to be able to keep charging that one. It's going to shorten up about to a 20%, but either way, neither going to have for quite a while here as both teams 9 alive. A lot of damage done onto Rebel. Has to back up and get a pack. Point now property of May. Going to be able to walk forward. DC popped up, takes a lot of damage in return. SARS won the SVS in the meantime, and Ginseng gunning down May. American as well going to go down to the mini sentry. It's man ad for Froggieland, but they backed off for now.
Fleeble
dies to the backstab from Fish. Big play there to keep his med in the Uber ad, and now Froggieland, they have to keep holding this.
Yeah, and they already are up more than a minute on the time, only ticking down.
Evil's getting reverse bombed. I love it.
Fleeble unable to... I think there's been one Uber built, and Moose dropped it this round. He's about to come up on
Oh, there's a sniper watching him. He might drop it again. DC is though instead
DC
going to be
takes the shot instead.
I knew it. I saw him peek out silent and was like, he's going to jump and do it again. And that's going to be disaster for Froggieland. Sack with the players you have left. It's all you can do. There's Poseidon going in over the top. One rocket. Fleeble goes down to the butter knife from Fish, actually. So that's going to be a counter medic pick. Cap not being done here by help just yet as Evil gets that cleanup onto Sar and the headshot onto Aaron. They're just going to get their players up and recap, but either way, 2.5 minutes off the clock for Froggieland. This is their round to take.
Oh, what if no medics? Did they just gentlemen's no Uber? Fish
Apparently.
dropped or Moose dropped before because he's like, oh, I broke the rule.
Let's see if that one
Let's see them
continues.
both get on Vaccinator.
Yeah, I mean, they're both on 30%. That'd be their first Uber charge coming through. Either way, that's going to be a snipe from Timeless onto Sar, opening things up. May able to walk forward a bit with that freedom, but does get hurted back by Rebel. In the meantime, both combos trying to contest over point. No Ubers had, but 2-men advantage coming forward for health, but their health is decreasing rapidly. Timeless posted up here, takes a shot onto Moose and takes him down again. Timeless is dominating Moose.
Sar, yep, coming back with the shot onto Timeless, but his work there is done. He can watch that respawn timer very content. His team's still down a minute, but they will have full Uber ad. I mean, unless...
Yeah, Moose coming back in now. It's 100% for Fleeble.
Fish decloaking gets caught out. If he got that with that decloak, I was about to scream.
This is a big recap
goes
here
back over,
because
yeah.
you want to force this Uber out of Fleeble here to get them recap, and that's what's going to happen. So they use
We got one!
Froggieland are already backed up. Moose is in the spawn door, able to keep his life. A bit overextending coming through, but they do have to kill onto Ginseng, so not going to be too bad. Fleeble very low HP actually, but does get out with her life. In the meantime, Emily gets her spawn extended, so there's going to be a man ad for the side of Froggieland, and that SVS win is big. Watch
Yeah,
Evil.
not
Watch
having
Evil.
a second there. Evil coming in with...
Sunny's
with
in the
that
back
kind
line.
of run up, you kind of hope that happens. He is looking to go in the back.
Sunny.
Though. The Captain coming back through. Yeah, Sunny not able to.
Evil goes for the
Look
revolver
at
instead of a
Sar, yeah.
backstab. Not going to work out. Moose surfing backlines right, but he eats a pipe. May landing that one over the top. 97. He's done 397 deaths this round. Capture not coming in here for Froggieland. They want to wait for their spawners just like Help did, but Help have the reinforcements back alive.
Yeah, the cap has not been finished yet, and this is not a stall. They're unable to take this. 15 seconds left. Poseidon jumping onto it.
Got it. That's
He
big.
actually
All the
knocks
spawners are up.
Emmy. He knocks Emmy high enough that she can't body block it, despite being over the point.
10
but
seconds.
10 seconds left. Fleeble has Uber here. They're going to use back in. Exa gets sniped out, so that's one number. They're going to scatter. Point or cap time coming in behind them, and they're going to cap here. 32 seconds. Sar gets sniped out though. No
Evil's
sniper
on
is
Moose.
big.
Can't get the last
Can
shot.
you get him? Cannot
Moose.
get him. He's still alive for now, but Timeless rolling off shots right
DC
here. The
needs to
sniper
win this
disc is
fight, but
coming
not a
through.
pipe! May just sniping Moose out over the point multiple times. It's just Aaron in connector here. Does some damage, but keeps his life. Recap coming in for somebody help once they get their spawners. It's 30 seconds now for Froggieland to recapture. 50% for Fleeble. She will have when this goes into overtime. Moose will not.
Ends in 30
But there's still 30 seconds. All it takes is one cap, one lapse of focus from somebody help, and Froggieland can extend this match and get themselves, not necessarily off
Another
the map,
life.
but yeah, buy themselves another 6 minutes. And ooh, quick fix up for
That's
Moose
good.
right here.
That's
I like
ideal.
that. That's a good thing. That's a good play here. Ginseng and Sar going out right away. They
Oh,
will find Timeless,
2K.
but 3 dead already. 8v6. These quick fixes gonna have to come up big. As Sunny in deep
They gotta start
behind.
capping.
They find Caboose. They start getting on the point
Big
right
pipe.
here. Cap time coming through. No one's in position to block it.
Air blast
Uber
to TK.
comes out. If ATK can get him up the point,
got
they
it.
can't.
Wait,
They
no.
get the point back.
They got it! The Uber! Help our Uber! They couldn't contest the cap!
No, you can block it when you're Uber. They didn't get on it. They just didn't get on it in time.
That's crazy.
Everyone was
no,
was
because they got
bugged up on
capped
the
up. They
side.
couldn't cap it, no? It wasn't contest. Because the help got, or Froggy only got the cap back. So they needed to cap it, but they couldn't.
It was overtime. No, it was overtime for Froggy. So they capped him one immediately.
Are you sure that was overtime
positive.
for help? Either way,
I mean,
next
that
mid.
was a double. That was a double OT. So they capped in one.
Either way,
Caboose
next
in,
mid.
or Sunny in though, not gonna find anything. Caboose already sniped American. So aggro. WM winning.
Mace dead.
here. Mace
Evil
dead,
drops
but
down.
DC goes down as
Evil,
well.
trying to gun them down, only gets DC. It's not enough. Fleeble, fortunately for help, is still alive, but more players alive for Froggieland. They win the mid again.
All the gloves are off there. It's just a straight up DM fest on that mid. Slightly won out by Froggyland, and I mean, momentum starting to build here.
This would be the full reverse sweep. If they did it, I'm
They
just
won
saying.
that round without Moose getting an Uber, by the way.
That's true. That's very true. And if you can get an Uber, you got to think you're in pretty decent standing. Either way, 90% now for Moose. We will build a little bit faster, but Froggieland will get just in time. Uber used across the point here by help. They can't quite get any damage though, and now they have a scout stuck in no man's land. Gonna get chased down here by the rest of the players. Meanwhile, DC, his Uber ends. He's trying to get some damage forward.
Yeah, just Ginseng gonna get sniped out. The Timeless putting the Dom out onto him. That heavy going down is a lot of effective health gone from the side of
Timeless is
Froggyland.
dead.
But Timeless is dead. Yeah, DC lands the spam on him actually to take him out. Gets a revenge. Timeless has been doming him as well. Aaron bleeds out from the toys over on flank.
Big bomb.
But yep, they're good pressure by Poseidon coming back in, and Rebel playing up near point to clear them off of it. DC gets taken out by X's shotgun though, and the point goes back over. Moose at 70. Should be all the way out.
Sunny bleeds. That's pretty bad for somebody to help. And that was a very good sequence for Froggieland there. They stalled that point for as long as they could without losing key classes. And now they're able to post up here. They have the Uber. They're going to be able to repush, and they have a sniper posted. Again, SBS is going to be super important here. SAR's posting up on the angle, likely going to drop into pocket here. Whoever can find an opening pick will have the team advantage, but Ubers are in.
Yep, Fleeble will pop back in exchange. Way better Uber right now for somebody help. Going through, it looks like Rebel will good surf on the meat shot, flies all the way
Moose
back out.
jumped into the center
And
again.
Moose jumped
Stop
into it.
jumping on
Timeless.
that hill, Moose. You've died doing it 3 times. Meanwhile, they're trying to sack in to get the kill onto Feeble. Poseidon gets floated in the backline. Feeble's still very, very healthy. Not going to find the shot. Is Sar jumping on to try and find the angle. Can't quite get it, and now somebody help. They have the point, they have the timeout, and they have the Uber.
Feel so bad for Fish there. Decloaked on Timeless on China. Timeless didn't know he was there. Just happened to run all the way to concrete. Didn't even see him, but Caboose was walking off of concrete and caught him out. So
Moose
he
has
loses the
jumped
sniper
on that
pick,
hill
but
sighting
yeah.
3 times. That's like baby's first medic product gameplay. You never jump when you're on that hill. Not only do you give yourself into a sightline, you also make yourself a predictable target. Just stay on the ground and keep ADing. Either way, now respawning is Moose and his team. They're trying to drive pressure forward. They have an opener onto Evil. Rebel on a 5k, but they need more. They need to get the kill into Fleeble.
Yeah, I mean, they'll find 2 kills on 2 auxiliary classes there, and they will get them the cap back, but Fleeble having Uber, they're ready to go right now. May and Emily looking to jump off of cliff. There they go. Uber out. DC jumps all the way out, and he burns before he can get the pack.
Good sandwich
Great
placement.
flare,
Keeps
yeah.
TK alive, actually. That's crazy. Only
Here
DC
comes
goes down to
Poseidon,
Uber.
though.
He's a big
Big jump
distraction.
over Pride, yeah.
They have to look
That's
at him
good
now.
Damage in. Yeah, he's
Unfortunately, with
gonna have to
DC
force
dead,
back.
they can't repush with the damage and the distraction he's giving. He's going in again! One rocket into Fleeble, can't get a second, will go down. Evil now being a menace with the Ambi once again, takes Ginseng down low, and now Froggieland will see the point. They did even up the time though, and they got Uber advantage, so that worked out quite well for them. Don't let Evil stab. Okay, there you go. Melted, as he should be.
Yep, gets caught out there, but still though, somebody help putting the pressure back onto Froggieland.
They're in.
Dropping off of cliff is
Fleeble
Ginseng.
75.
DC so aggro and so little help.
Flash DC.
for Devilman, flash for Devilman.
Okay, well, I mean, if he's alive, it's fine. But they needed to get Fleeble, and they did not. Fleeble stays alive around 60 HP at lowest, and will have full Uber ad now for Froggieland. Time ad going to be evened up right now. Froggieland, I like this. They're getting aggressive, trying to pick players off, and they find Caboose. They're going to get Ubered into, though. What can they do? Who can they save? Likely not this heavy weapons guy.
Definitely not the heavy, not their scout either, who's already dead, but everyone else.
Gonna make it out.
point is being captured.
Yeah, so, I mean, granted, this is a disadvantageous position. Oh, DC.
Okay.
Evil, no! What?
Big 2K there from Evil, taking the Delmet and Sniper. That's going to extend their repush time quite a bit. They can't try. There's no way you let him stab you. There's no way! Okay. Are you kidding me?
No.
Evil getting rid of more, chasing a medic and just spawn. Somebody help Moose. Almost. Evil almost got away with the most egregious 4K of his entire playing career.
Oh, dude, Moose sees him decloak and he still gets ginseng. That's hard to watch. That's... I hate that. I hate that so much. But good reflect pipes coming out of DK to block the damage from going through. Might get some damage back on those as well. Yeah, hits a couple with the rollers there. Uber popped out to deny this pressure. That wrangled mini from Aaron doing a ton of work. And there is Ginseng finding May. Yeah, in that Uber, the flank heavy, not what they were expecting.
Feeble's low.
He was that low. And yeah, Feeble forced back to spawn. So Cap's going to go back over. 11 seconds left for somebody help. But point control and even Ubers right now for Froggieland. Their destiny is in their hands.
Yep, this is super winnable for Froggieland and able to extend this. They do have even Ubers. They have control of the point. They just need to make sure nobody dies to Evil or Timeless here. Any classes lost to pit classes would be devastating as an early sticky kill.
Moose is too forward hero. I don't like this.
Gets popped up.
Oh,
He's
Moose
won.
sticky.
You cannot die, Moose. Moose stays alive, backing up. If anyone bombs him or if Evil's here, the ambi, things could go south. In the meantime, they will back up with their med and get the cap.
Ginseng and Fish are already dead. They're losing numbers. They can't let this cap go
pressuring
through.
this. They have to back up. There's no one alive, Moose. If you die, the game is over. He just gets around the corner. 80
There's only
HP.
5 seconds. They need to get on it. No one's near. It's just Aaron who's going to run this.
He's trying his best. They can't get there.
Goes down.
It's over.
Moose one more 95% death for old time's sake. And that's it. Somebody help. Having started from the very bottom of Invite, have slowly but surely improved, gotten better, climbed their way up, and they are making it into the grand finals. It took a little bit longer here than we might have thought, given how that first half
And
went.
it's Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. We got Tuesday Highlander. That last round did it. So they are going to take the 2-1, the 4-1 on product, the 2-1 overall, and they will be playing against 4500 in the grand finals next week for a shot at first place.
Yep. Condolences to Froggieland. They played well enough to get third place, but not much more than that. They had their moments, but in the end, too inconsistent, too many issues. I hate saying this about a team after they just, had their season ended. This is probably the worst spy checking team I've ever seen place in top division of Highlander. They got rolled by spies every week, and DC would tell me the exact same thing. When I want to talk to him, every time he's like, we're getting railed by spy, no one's checking. Seeing Evil just decloak in front of 3 people, get them all and nearly kill the medic, that's just awful to
I don't
see.
want to say it, but when he shouldn't have gotten when he got that 3K at the end and almost picked up Moose, he shouldn't have gotten the first one. But he did, and it's like, okay, well, sometimes
and then he
these
gets the
things
second
happen.
one, and then he just
gets the
decloaks
second.
right in front of the medic's eyes. The heavy doesn't turn around, gets the
Heavy
third.
doesn't get turned around and almost kills Moose, and at that point, I almost wanted to say all right, you don't deserve to win anymore. That's
that's
not
bad.
good. That is capital N, not capital G good.
Yep, logs up on your screen. Evil 14 kills, high impact at the end there. Sar top fragging for his team 19, although Timeless stealing the show with 24. Emily getting back to the old grind 25 and 16. And May showing up strong, almost 600 DPM on the product demo man. Again, the majority of Froggieland played well enough to contest and even win their round, right? But it's just the small things, the important things that you need to be able to do to play at the highest level. They just fell short. And it nets them third place. You don't want to be too disappointed about it. Third place is placement. You're one of the best 3 teams in Highlander right now. But I feel like, and I feel like they know as well, they can do so much better than this.
I want to take a... Yeah. I mean... I feel like... I want to say their biggest issue is they're just not... It's not a player skill, it's a map issue.
Yeah, their map pool's also kind of weak.
I want to go and take a look at who they played on their Koth maps, because they played Yee on
They didn't
product.
lose the Koth map regular season.
They played Relax on Lakeside,
Okay.
and they had a bye week on Asheville.
Okay, so
So the signs were there, and we just didn't notice them. But it's I feel like we should have considered that sooner. That if maybe some of their matches get swapped, we don't see them have as good of a record as they did, right? But like it's there, you know what I mean? Like we saw that on Steel. We saw on Steel that this team can come together. They can play well. They can rely on both team strats and individual strats, and they played product pretty close, honestly. A lot of those rounds went to double overtimes. I think at least 4. Or at least 3 out of the 6, potentially
Probably
4.
around 3. But yeah, in the end, not able to get the job done. And again, that's going to be Froggieland exiting playoffs at 3rd place. Somebody help, again, going to the grand finals, 2nd place minimum this season, playing 4,500 for the cup next Monday. There will be bracket reset if they're able to do that one. Never had one in Invite Highlander. Maybe this is the first time,
Yes,
but maybe
we did.
4,500 stops
We had
them.
one last season.
Yeah, I forgot about that, my bad. We did have that one last season.
That's the one you should remember. That's the most recent one.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm tired.
Fair enough, yeah. I'm definitely not as tired as I was after the initial one of Help versus
Oh yeah, that
Froggy,
one
but
went an hour more.
that Steel definitely fried some neurons.
Yeah, that Steel was insane. That's probably one of the craziest Steel demos ever.
Yeah, that you said it. That really does need to be analyzed and dissected for posterity. For I don't know if I want to say the betterment of humanity or to just avoid making
To avoid
those
past mistakes.
again. Yeah, make sure history doesn't repeat itself.
Yeah, well, that's gonna about do it for us tonight. We have 1 to 2 more matches left in the season. In the meantime, we do have a couple promos for you guys. The RGL LAN shop is still open. You can check it out and check out all the merch we had available for the past LAN that happened last weekend. We got shirts, posters, stickers, and pins all available for you! !merch. And now we have promo code Go Timeless. Yeah.
God, I'm less.
We have Go Timeless for 20% off RGL 2022 specific items. So check and see if those are applicable to that code, and you get 20% off your order.
Not to contest you there, but I'm checking the shop right now. The shirts are sold out.
Ooh.
So stock is running low. So this, if you're on the fence, go for it now. But
we have shirts on Teespring though, so check those out.
Teespring. Okay, so but still, limited stock, right? Buy,
Until we run out.
buy. Don't think critically about this. Just buy.
Yeah, give us money.
Exactly. Give our deal money.
All right, and Dolphins just chimed in. We have 2795 frags total assists. Yeah, so we have 200 frags left for the Ghost Pepper Challenge. Dolphin says he'll still honor that. So if you want to have Dolphin eat a Ghost Pepper live, probably we'll find a way to stream it for all of your enjoyment to see him in pain. Again, only 200 more frags to get to that checkpoint. So if you want to do that and pick up some merch while you're at it, go ahead.
Yeah, and again, if that's still going on, then the assists will still be honored as well. So each roughly $1 per dollar, a little bit less that you spend, you do get an assist, which is a freebie point that you can use towards rewards as you stack them up for things like weapon signings, mentor sessions from the invite players that showed up at the LAN, and more. So just a great deal all around, and as we said, those stretch goals still in there. And I mean, that shouldn't be your incentive. The merch is great. Like I have the stickers with me. They are clean as all hell.
Yep, and if I'm reading this doc correctly, this says we have new merch. Dolphin, is this true? Okay, yeah, that's this merch. This is gonna be sticking around until.
Are we getting the merch soon though? The seasonal update? I think we said it was after LAN. Okay,
yes,
next
the seasonal update potentially happening next season. So if you like some of these designs, you're running out of time to get them. And again, until stock lasts, he's gonna be there. So again, code Go Timeless for 20% off your order. Check them out, and thank you for supporting Highlander and TF2 competitive in RGL.
Yeah, exactly. Zag, any shout outs and closing thoughts?
I mean, shout out to DC for playing this season. Also, shout out to Infamous for not being the worst sniper in Invite and the only season he's ever tried.
I want to give a shout out to my boys on Darren Yang Gaming, currently on the mat right now in Newcomer Grand Finals, 3-3 on product. If they win that, they move on to map 3. Crazy that we played 3 maps while other BO3s are still on map 2. But they lose that
with double payload.
They're gone. So yeah,
double stopwatch.
So those are my boys. Been helping them out all season. Want to give them a shout out, send them some love, and I want to give a shout out to the teams as well. Somebody helped for sticking together for so long. When they first made it into Invite, they were definitely one of the bottom tier teams, and they've slowly improved, gotten better, and we've seen them really start to shine here. As evidenced by them in the finals in Froggieland. Supposed to be a playoff team 2 seasons ago, choked a little bit at the end. Finally make it here, and again, maybe not a little bit of a disappointing finish, but they're still improving, and we've seen some really good things from them over the season. And if they stick around, we'll surely see even more even more good things to come. So, good GGs to Froggieland, and good luck, have fun to somebody help next week. But that'll do it for us. This was the RGL.gg Invite Highlander lower bracket finals, where somebody help scratched out a 2-1 against Froggieland in classic Highlander fashion, both teams taking all of each other's maps. I am Alto, Zag to my side, Dolphin behind the camera, as always. Thanks for watching. We'll see you for Grands next week.